वो जो थैंक्स टू स्पॉन्सर में जैसे कितना था उस वक्त तो दोनों स्पॉन्सर जो है ना कितना थे
अच्छा वीडियो में चाहिए फोटो ऐड हो जाए तानी
हाँ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਵੀਡੀਓ
मैं
ਚ
ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਇਹ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਚੈਂਪੀਅਨ ਟਰਾਫੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਇਹ ਥਾ ਰਹੇ
ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ
ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਆਵੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਹੇ ਇਹ ਹਟੇ ਨਾ ਐਡ ਸੀ ਅੱਛਾ ਇਹ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹੇ ਇਹ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹੇ
ਜੀ
फिर स्पॉन्सर वाली वीडियो पे जो है ना वो वो जिस पे स्पॉन्सर आता है ना उस पे जो स्पॉन्सर दोनों ला छोड़ वो तरह ने के करके एक
ट्राई कर
हाँ,
रहे
ट्राई
हैं
कर
फोटो नहीं लाए
इसको कंटिन्यू जुले
जिथे तक झुलते
हाँ ये
वो
जुले
लाइन तक झुले
कंटिन्यू जुले और इसके नाल जो है ना इतना वो दोए दोने लाश को दोए फोटो की तेणी
इथे लास्ट ना ऐसा
हाँ
ये इस नाल होता है एडजस्ट करें इस
ना
तरह
होता ना करो ऊपर पूछ सी ऐसा जो वो निके हों एक के साथ वो थोड़े निके आइकन हों ठीक है इस कोलो तकरीबन निके हों
lo ஓடிடுறேம்மா ஓப்பனிங் செரமனிக்கு பேசுறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணிடு ஓப்பனிங் செரமனி பேசுவாங்க கமெண்டேட்டர் இங்கே தான் பேசுவார் உள்ள போகிறது மைக் இங்கே இருக்கட்டும் இந்த லெவல்லே இருந்துச்சுன்னு வச்சுக்கேன் இங்கே பேசுகிறாங்க இங்கே ரிசீவர் அவரை ஃபேஸ் பண்ணி இருக்கணும் ரிசீவர் அப்போ தான் கரெக்டாக வரும் எப்படி சொல்கிறேன்னு புரியுதா இப்போ இப்படி பேசுகிறோம்னா இப்படி இருக்கணும் ஓகே இப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னா வராது என்ன பேசுவார் இங்கே நின்று தான் அப்படியே இது கமெண்ட்ரி கொடுப்பாரு மேலே இருந்து கமெண்ட்ரி வராது ஏன் கீழே இருந்து தாண்டா கமெண்ட்ரி வரும் மேலே இருந்து கமெண்ட்ரி வரும் அவங்க பார்த்து பேசிக்கிட்டே வருவாங்கடா என்ன நடக்குது என்னன்னா சரி சரி Chick, 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 one, chick, chick, one, chick, 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 one, chick, one, chick, 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 mic check, one, chick, one, chick, chick, mic check, one, mic check, one, chick, 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 mic check, chick. இது மேலையா கேபிள்லையா Check, check, one, check, mic check, check, one, mic check, 1, 2, 3, check, mic check, 1, 2, 3, check, mic check, 1, 2, 3.
एक घंटा दे भी आएगा मेरे को ये
अच्छा वो चलो जिसमें स्पॉन्सर की बात कर रहे हैं तो उसको तो दो तरफ आ जाओ थोड़ी देर कैसे वो है ना वो वही वीडियो है
ये वीडियो का है
ये गलती करनी होगी हाँ ये था
ले लेते हैं इसके
ना
सामने
ना ना समझा लिया और हाँ बस इसका वो होना और आगे जगह की 50 सेकंड ना और कुछ करना हाँ यहाँ बस 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 चलो
ये कर देते हैं कर देते हैं एक्टिव को चेक करो
नहीं युवा आइकॉनिक जंक्शन ये फोटो वो होता है कि समझाना है तो चार सौ
नहीं आ रहा अरे तुम्हारे कर देंगे तो सामने है
है ना
वो निशान में इस बंदे के कैमरा लगा हुआ है एक सेकंड में
हाँ उसका नाम हाँ वो ना लोग ये रहे थे 4 सेकंड कुछ चला रहे
उसको का जुड़ा हुआ ये चार जुड़ा
न
हुआ
न ne snarare snarare don't know
पांच सेकंड में चार 5 सेकंड
डांस 6 सेकंड चला है
much, everybody. And of course, now, let's set the ball rolling. Let's start the game.
Hello. चेक नहीं की किसी को आपका फिक्स तो करने की कोई है नहीं वो उतरे हुए
Yes, the 50-over Bukhatir League is done with. We had a nice 10-day layover as well, and now it's time to just fasten things up a little bit. It's T20 time, and this is the SkyExchange.net Sharjah CBFS T20 Season 2, powered by FanCode. The opening game is between the Vision Shipping and 7 districts. We have with us the captain of Vision Shipping, Saqib, and of course the captain of 7 districts, Shehzad, and we have the match ref, Tehseen Javed. Not to forget our toss partners, Arba Sports Services. It's going to be Saqib to spin and Shahzad to call. Head is the call. Oh, it's rolled towards me. It is ahead. So Shahzad won the toss. What will you like to do?
We were elected to bowl first.
Any specific reason for that?
We have some changes in the today game, and I think under 12 they also played on this pitch, so maybe we will get some advantage to score some good runs on the board, and yeah.
So what is the kind of a total you're looking at right now?
We are looking for the 170 is a good score, because I think today was on the last pitch, so I think one side is a small ground, and this area is little far.
And from 50-over cricket to 20-over cricket, this is more like your zone?
This is different format. Actually, mostly we are playing T20 matches. So boys, they are already ready for T20 game. And Alhamdulillah, we played last Bukhatir 47 played final. So everyone played very well. So we will do our best in today's game.
Good luck for the game and the tournament.
Thank you so much.
So then, batting first, what would you have done?
Actually, the pitch is a bit tricky, so and there is a dew factor also. So bowling first is a good option. It's cricket, so we need to play positive cricket. So batting first is also, always a positive sign to set a good total.
Well, you had a pretty good Bukhatir League. A little disappointing that you couldn't go all the way, but then it was a very good performance. So looking forward to translate that into T20 cricket as well.
You know, T20 is a short format, and there is a one player who has to perform in one game. So I cannot say something, but we will start positive, and inshallah ta'ala we will try to win the game. As I told you, the pitch is a bit tricky, so there is no big total will be, but we will try our best to set a good total.
Yes, and that's what I was about to ask Nes. Tricky pitch. What do you think is a good total here?
If I can see the batting line, so most probably is 170 plus, but the behavior of the pitch, 140, 150 will be the very good total to set it.
Okay, good luck for the game and have a nice tournament. Right then, that is very interesting because there was a lot of talk about the pitch being tricky. 140, 150 might be good enough is what Saqib thinks. The news from the centre, though, is the 7 districts have won the toss and they will be bowling first.
All right, so the news from the center is that 7 districts, they have won the toss and they have elected to bowl first. Sharjah Cricket Stadium. We are live here for the first match of the CBFS T-20, where we have Vision Shipping taking on 7 districts, and the news from the center is that 7 districts, they won the toss, and men in grey will be bowling first. It's going to be an interesting matchup here out there between the two teams, and joining me in the comm box is my dear friend Nadeem. Welcome, Nadeem.
Thank you, Asam. First match between these two sides. They're quite used to play with each other, and both the teams are flooded with a lot of talented and young players, especially from the 7 districts. It will be a very interesting match. First up.
Well, how can we have TVS and we not have you in the comm box, Nadeem? It has been such a coincidence that every match of TVS, you're probably your favorite domestic team. Whenever they are playing, you're out there in the comm box.
That is definitely, it's coincidence, I can say, because I was called for the commentary, and then when I enter into the ground, I found out that it's TVSL match tonight.
Well, you're being so naive. You're being so naive. Well, the opening pairs are out there in the center. Salman Khan, and the man who will be facing strike will be Saqib Mahmood. I mean, it's going to be an interesting matchup, and toss is definitely going to be an important aspect that needs to be looked at, Nadeem. You know, with conditions getting worse as the night progresses, dew coming into play. What do you say about the tosses that are going to happen now in the T20 format?
Tosses, well, I mean, usually what we see in T20, the captains win the toss. They like to bat second, because this is T20 game. They have the target in mind. They know how to go about in the power play and how to carry on their inning, for the rest of the overs. Usually, the captain win the toss in T20. They like to field first.
Well, do you think one of the reasons to do that is the conditions later on gets difficult for the bowlers to contain, not able to grip the ball? Do you think that's one of the reasons why they would want to do that?
Well, trust me, I don't think so. I think that should rather help the bowlers rather than the batting. But let's see. I mean, this is first match, and also the wicket where this match is getting played. When we earlier on were seeing 50-over Bukhatir League games, not that many runs were scored in this particular wicket compared to the wicket which is next to it.
Well, absolutely. That was one, nightmare for the batters, I would say. Ball spinning square. It's going to be tough. Meanwhile, here is Shahid Nawaz beginning the proceedings of the tournament. Beautifully bowled. Naturally gets the ball to move into the right-handers, but on that occasion starts with a outswinger.
Beautiful ball, good line and length, and also swinging it away. It will be very interesting how long Saqib will keep playing like this. But we know Saqib, he usually likes to go after the bowling. Shahid bowling to Saqib, second ball of the inning of TVSL, and he is bowling from Sharjah Cricket Academy end.
Slapped and slapped over the head of the mid-off fielder, and the ball will race away towards the boundary. So that's the first boundary, and that definitely gives us a lot of hint about what is the outfield going to be playing. It's slow. The ball did not race away that quickly.
Definitely, that is one of the point. Captain needs to keep it in the mind. And there we go, Saqib. As far as his coaching menu, one ball is enough for him to proceed how he is going to bat in this wicket.
Well, absolutely. Width on offer, and Saqib is definitely going to not leave that. And that's what you have seen.
Another good ball. This time, Saqib is trying to use his feet, trying to come out of the wicket to cover the swing. That's a good approach, basically. Shahid is not that fast as compared to some of the other bowlers which are going to bowl. Abdul Ghaffar will be one of them. Saghir Khan will be another bowler to watch out tonight.
Well, I think Abdul Ghaffar is not playing in today's game. So, Mohammad Saghir definitely. That's upish, played in the air, flat batted, and that's going to go all the way for a 6. That's a big one coming in off the bat of Saqib Mahmood. So he's putting it on a show.
Well, he was taking a break from cricket, but I don't think so. He was playing somewhere. The way these two shots came from the bat of Saqib. A good start for TVSL.
Well, absolutely. What a cracking shot there. And playing that sort of a shot against the likes of Shahid Nawaz, who's one of those good finds, I would say, in the Bukhatar League as well. One of those bowlers who've been really, really particular about his length when he's bowling, especially in the later half of the innings. But when given the new ball, he is a different bowler. Or maybe I would say Saqib is making him feel as if he's a different bowler.
Well, Saqib, this is where Saqib plays. I don't think that he comes up with a particular strategy in defending, the attack. He likes to go after the bowling, no matter whether it is Shahid bowling or whether it is Hafiz who's bowling. He likes to play his shots.
Well, absolutely. That's how you go about things. Just back your natural strength and just do not stop on those pet shots of yours. And especially in a shorter format, in T20 format, you would probably want to make full use of those conditions. And that's what Saqib is clearly out with an intention here. 10 of 5 for him. Driven hard, straight back to the bowler, and that's going to be a dot ball. After the end of the first over, TVS 10 for no loss.
Wajid is the new bowler and he will be operating from Bukhatar end.
So Wajid has been really impressive towards the knockout stages in the Bukhatar League, especially the finals the knock that he played, completely knocked DC Starlets out of the game. And we would definitely want him to play that aggressive role, especially in a format that he loves to play. But this time, it is the other man who has actually started here. It is Salman Khan, who has started his blockbuster show.
Well, beautiful shot. And what I see really from TVSL batters that one ball is enough for them to judge the length, to judge the pace, and to judge the movement of the bowler. Both the batters just stopped first delivery and went after the bowling right from the second ball itself.
Well, I think that was a ball that was deserved to be punished. It was pitched up. Yes, it was swinging in, but you got to be giving credit to the batter the way he came underneath the ball and then dispatched it along the line of the ball. Did not play a complete cross-batted shot, just gave it the right direction.
Definitely beautiful shot, played with the swing. Well, Salman was labelled as a player who is very cautious earlier on. But what we have seen here, it's totally different.
This one's played in the gap and they'll manage to sneak in a single. So it will be interesting to see how Saqib plays Wajid, who gets the ball to move in naturally to the right-hander. And Saqib likes width to be offered to him, and then he frees his arms. Now, something that is coming into a right-hander, it will be interesting to see how Saqib actually plays it out.
Definitely, it will be interesting. And side edge, lucky. Well, that ball was a full toss, but it didn't really swing. Otherwise, it could have been dangerous for Saqib.
Well, definitely, you can't be playing those cross-batted shots here against the likes of Wajid, who, swings the ball in late. So that has been the hallmark of his the success that he has had during the Bukhatir League as well. That is exactly what we were referring to, and not out, says the umpire. A lot of movement there, and I think a very wise call coming through from the umpire. A lot of movement, drifting down, and rightly said there, not out.
Too much swing actually at that time, and definitely it was going to miss the leg stump. Good call by the umpire.
Nadeem, taking you back to the Bukhatir League, if you remember the dismissal, both the teams clashed against each other in the league stages. And the ball that Wajid bowled against Saqib Mahmood, the slow dipping, typical Malinga sort of, a bravo sort of a Yorker. And then he was completely bamboozled with that sort of a delivery.
Oh, another good delivery. Saqib is really struggling. Asim, you're spot on. You know him very well. In fact, you know TVSL more than me. End of second over, TVSL has scored 17 for the loss of no wicket.
Into the third over of the match here. And it's going to be Shahid Nawaz who will continue. He's been trusted here. Beautifully bowled and equally well played there by Salman.
Well played. Salman is a very decent player. He's definitely... Salman has left a very positive impression when he played that 50 over Bukhatir League. He showed a lot of class, a lot of patience. He was not really playing any fishy shot. He was playing within the line of the ball, and this is what we have seen. And now, the next delivery will be very important. You have seen the ball, whether you will go after the bowling or not.
Well, he watches and he glides it down, leaves it to the captain. Well, captain, let me take care of the other bowler while you do the one that comes into your zone.
Saqib loves the bowler bowling away swingers, and he will definitely like to play down the ground. Now it will be very interesting how Shahid, replies back to those two shots which Saqib played in the first over.
Well, if Shahid is smart enough, he'll probably sneak in that in-swinger which he backs on, the natural movement that he gets. If he's smart enough, he is definitely going to get that in. But look at that shot here from Saqib Mahmood. What a shot. Shot delivery. No movement in the air whatsoever, but nicely dispatched.
Beautiful shot. It hit the rope, I believe. Umpire is just checking whether it's a 4 or 6. I think it should be a 6. Yes, almost. You're about to raise his hand, but we have to wait.
They definitely want to check, if that hit the ball on the full. Here we have the replay. Short delivery, and he was quickly onto it, and I think that's a 6. It has landed on the ropes, And looks like it is gone all the way. Yes, that is the signal here coming in from the umpire as well. So aggressive mode on here. Saqib Mahmood probably try to get the ball pitched up more closer.
He's got long on and deep skewer leg in position. Let's see how Shahid replies. Good delivery this time. Following Saqib, bowling on his body. That's where he can create some opportunity for himself. We have already seen Saqib is little weak when the ball is pitched towards his body. Well, Asim, let me tell you that both teams had a match yesterday, and in that match as well, TVSL has won.
I think it's going to be a revenge sort of an approach coming through, and that's a slightly shorter in length, committing to the shot pretty early there, Saqib Mahmood. Beauty about that delivery was that he cut his pace there. Did not let Saqib use the pace of the ball, and that's one of the reasons why he got beaten as well, beaten with pace.
Definitely, you can't be predictive for the batters. These batters are going to smash you around. Since this T20 cricket has emerged in the world, players have come up with those kind of shots. Del scoop and cut, especially that famous Sachin cut shot over third man for a six to Shoaib Akhtar. Those kinds of shots are definitely on there. Meanwhile, 3 overs are completed for TVSL. They have scored 24 without losing any wicket. Well, watch it. Another good delivery. Nicely played by Salman. Well, in last over of Wajid, Asim, you were talking about that beautiful slower one. That, the Malanga, famous Malanga slower one that he bowled and to Saqib and he got his wicket. That was one of the beautiful ball of Bukhatir League 50 over game that he got success. This time short delivery and Saqib plays over the fielder standing at circle for another boundary.
Well, who says that Saqib plays only down the ground? He can play it on the offside, he can play it on the onside. Now he's turning out to be that 360 aspect towards the game. Beautifully picked up there by Saqib Mahmood.
Nice shot. I think he tried to bowl that slower one, but this was not, the length was not proper. He get too much width and there was no really pace, and Saqib easily judged it and hit over cover for a boundary.
And that's a lot better delivery here coming in from Wajid. Now he needs to cramp him for room. Only when he does that, that square leg fielder will come and play. You force him to play on the onside.
This is what you got to do. As a bowler, you really need to that how soon you get used to the conditions and how soon you can judge the weakness of the batter. And this time beautifully flick shot. This is running away toward the boundary. There is a fielder there. Good fielding.
Farooq. Now you can't just keep him out of the game. He is fantastic. He's electrifying in the field. Quick on the ground. And that's the kind of impact that he leaves in the game here. Very, very spot on.
Definitely he has saved 2 runs for his team. And he was aggressively running and then stopped the ball with one hand and then approached it back quickly And good throw as well. Wajid to Salman. Nicely played. Good running between the wicket as well. So good start that we can say for TVSL. They're playing on 32. Still a ball left for in the fourth over.
This has been, apart from that waiver delivery outside off, they've been released in a over here from Wajid. Played it down, another single being taken. So 4 overs gone here. TVS 33 for no loss. The change in the bowling here from the SCA end, we have Rais coming into the attack. And it's time for some spin here. Do you think it's a wise move here, Nadeem?
Well, the way Sakib was playing, I think they need to. And look at that. He found the result immediately. Asim, this was definitely a good move.
Well, definitely. I mean, just pitching the ball in the right area, the first ball that you're bowling in your spell, and then you get it spot on. What more do you need as a captain?
Brilliant ball, but not that smart betting, I should say that, okay, coming up from Sakib. He has already scored almost 18 runs on 9 balls. He should stay on the wicket because he has seen the pace of the wicket. Now, throwing away a wicket like this will build some kind of pressure on your team.
Look at that. I think he just got a bit late onto the ball. Just not judging the length of the ball pretty early there. Getting too late on picking up the length. Meanwhile, of your favorites out there, Nadeem. Mohammad Nadeem.
Mohammad Nadeem can be very handy tonight. Let me again tell you that in last 6 games, which is played within last 10 days, he has got man of the match in every match that he has played in last 6 games.
Well, and that's amazing. I mean, I think that clearly speaks about, Bukhatar League being that only tournament which is a long format tournament, and he has been, as you have been emphasizing the fact that he's very consistent in a shorter format cricket. He has been scoring runs in bulk. He has been performing continuously for TVSL. What that concludes is he actually meant for the shorter format cricket?
I think so. I think so because he has a temperament. He is kind of player who likes to go after the bowling. And that's what, when I was talking to him when he was playing a 50-over game, he was little bit having concern on his batting position.
Well, interesting. Throw at the wrong end. Keeper should have shied at the keeper's end, his end itself, because Salman was slightly slow in making his ground. Nonetheless, no damage here. And Nadeem, interestingly, is off the mark. That's coming off the bat as per the umpire.
That's interesting. This time nicely played by Salman, and he will found a boundary. Beautiful shot, little shot, and how well he has executed this shot. Went back and punched it over the fielder standing at extra cover position for a nice boundary. Salman is a brilliant player.
Absolutely. I mean, judging the length of the ball pretty early, rocking on to the back foot and playing an upper shot between that mid-off and extra cover region. Safe area to pick. Picked nicely. This one's again smashed over the mid-wicket, short mid-wicket fielder. That will be another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries here for Salman.
Look at that shot. I mean, this shows the quality of the batter. I mean, it was not that shot, but immediately he checked the length, went back and hit it over mid-wicket area for a beautiful boundary.
I think, too early to say on this front whether the wicket is actually going to turn or not. But usually we have seen under lights in Sharjah, T20 doesn't have enough for the ball to turn. Again, played it in the gap. That's going to be an action replay. Just that it was played down the ground this time. So 3 boundaries on the trot. Hat-trick of boundaries for Salman. Score moves on to 44 for 1. Again, bowling shorter and getting punished.
Well, the fall of wicket of Saqib really didn't change anything over there. Salman has taken full advantage of those short deliveries. With his class, put 3 boundaries on 3 consecutive balls. TVSL moving on to 44 for the loss of 1 after 4.5. Last ball of Rais. He has already given 13 in this over. This time, good delivery. Appeal for the leg before, but I think little optimistic. It was played. 5 overs completed. TVSL has scored 44 for the loss of 1.
So it's Wajid who's going to continue here from the Bukhatir end. And this will be the last over of the power play. 5 overs, 44 for 1. Just slightly under 9 and over. Playing it in the gap. Nicely fielded. This is good work. And they were not able to run a single. They will get it now. As a result of an overthrow.
Well, there was a mix-up, but I think Salman didn't judge that. The ball was away from the fielder over there. But no damage done to the batting side.
Well, as experts say, do not run on a misfield when the ball is too close to the fielder. Salman just going with those basics, those lessons. And I think pretty fair. You don't want to lose a wicket here.
Nicely played on the leg side. This time it went in the gap.
Well, slow outfield there. And it's going to be really tough hitting the fence, especially on the longer side of the ground.
And so no ball given, I think, by the umpire. Yes, it's a no ball. It's a free hit. So it's a free hit. A gift for Salman. And he goes over mid-off. 1 bounce over the boundary line for a 4.
That's the kind of result you want when you're playing that free hit delivery. And Salman making full use of it. Now, the beauty about that shot is that he is trying to play confident shots. He could have actually gone to hit for a 6 as well, but now he's just backing himself with the ability that what is my strength, I'm going to play that. Any half measures will yield me runs, but that will cut down my confidence. That's what he does not want to do.
That's a sign of a quality player. We have already seen Salman likes to play proper shots, proper cricketing shots, and look at that. Beautiful shot, played as per the merit of the ball and got a boundary. On this time, good decent slower one. Salman wanted to play that late cut shot, beaten with the pace of Wajid. Salman is playing on 28, has just faced 14 deliveries, whereas Nadeem is playing on 2 after facing 2 deliveries. So Wajid will be bowling to Salman.
That was beautifully played, and that's a misfield. Look at the confusion coming in between the two fielders. And Saghir, who's not one of those best in the outfield, will manage to get 2 there. Salman back on strike. This over has yielded 10 runs already.
Yeah, definitely not that good fielding by the fielder over there. And the captain Shazu is not happy. Full toss, and this time put away on the leg side. There is a fielder over there at boundary position. He will cut off the ball. 2 runs will get added to the score.
Good throw coming in from Farooq in the deep. But there is an interesting thing to notice here, Nadeem. Outfield is really, really slow. Players are actually going to run to score runs here, especially on the longer boundary. Ball is not traveling that quick.
Well, we'll find out from Nishant, who were there with the pitch report, what is his observation in the ground particularly. And this time, nice cut shot, but well fielded by the fielder over there. He has stopped definite boundary over there. Good fielding by the fielder. 6 over completed for TVSL, and they have scored 56 for the loss of 1. Rais will be bowling his second over. Nadeem wanted to play that cut shot. It was too closer to the bat. Rais has given 13 runs in his first over, taken a wicket of Saqib. And he's up against Nadeem, who likes to play against spinners.
Now, look at this. Very interesting. A spinner is bowling from the end, which is shorter. The boundary on the leg side is shorter. I don't know how wise is this move coming in from 7 districts, but as a captain, you would always want to give your leg spinner, who usually gets hit for runs, the longer side.
Well, that is something we have been talking even in Bukhatir League 50-over game. We have seen in one of the match in the quarter-final when Qamar Awan has smacked 160 odd runs, I think. And that was a strategy which miscalculated by the captain, I would say, at that time. We all know Qamar Awan likes to play towards mid-wicket area, leg side and down the ground. He was not tested at single point of time. And out of those, I think he hit 11 sixes. Out of those 11 sixes, 9 sixes were on the leg side.
Gets an inside edge and will be a dot ball here. Now, if we closely observe, the ball is slightly keeping low as well on the surface. It's not just coming onto the bat so easily. Especially in this over, that's something that I was taken aback with the kind of variable bounce that we are seeing here on the surface.
Definitely, it's not that easy the way the other way. This was a good ball. I think it was. It came with the arm. 7 overs completed. TVSL has scored 57 for the loss of 1.
Attack, and so is the change in the voice in the combox. Joining me for the first time in the CBFS T20, my dear friend Nishant Majetia. Welcome, Nishant. A very, very good evening.
Yes, good evening to you too. Left arm spin from Heather for the first time as well. And a shift from 50 over cricket to T20 cricket. Almost like a half day at office.
Well, half day at office, but a lot impactful day, I would say. Lot of busy moments. That was a bullet shot coming in from Nadeem. And just as Nadeem walked out from the combox, tries to get in some power. That was played with a lot of power behind that shot there, Nishant.
Yes, and shots like those were something that we didn't see in the Bukhatir League. Backing away, exposing the stumps.
We only saw them from a few who could not actually adjust to their natural game, could not get away from that. Wajid, one of them, Ansar Khan, the other. So these players, they naturally like to express themselves and play their explosive cricket. Meanwhile, excellent running between the wickets here. They picked up 2.
But I still feel, Asim, that in the 50 over format, although I would definitely like to see Ansar and Wajid come out to bat in the T20 format as well, and probably reserve my judgment till that moment. But I still get a feeling that having seen the others bat in the first 6-7 overs here, that these very players probably had that pretty much in their mind that this is a 50 over game. So they were still very restricted. They were expressing themselves, but there were still quite a few restrictions, and which I feel have been lifted with the T20 format beginning.
Well, absolutely. I'm completely aligned on that front. However, there is a change in the mindset that is required out here from these players. I mean, when they can be so explosive and play 10 overs out of 20 overs and score that quick fire 80, 100 odd runs consistently, that is a beautiful delivery. Coming back to our discussion, so when they can play so consistently, in the shorter format cricket, and score at that brisk pace, get those 80s consistently, 70s, 80s odd runs, might as well continue that in the 50 over format. Just keep your mind free. And more importantly, the captain is someone who will have to take responsibility. Give them that free hand. Go ahead, express yourself out. Even if you lose a wicket, we are still okay. But you make sure you leave an impact.
I am a strong advocate of that as well. I mean, no problems. 10 overs, if they give you the kind of start that they are known for, even if you are 80 for 2, I think it's okay. Your numbers 3, 4, 5 can just hang around for a bit.
Well, for such players, I believe that's a golden chance that you have. You keep in mind as if you're playing a 20-over game. Come out, express, instead of 6-over power play, you have 10 overs of power play. Look at the plus, behind that format of the game. You don't need to change your game. All you need to do is just clear the circle, get as many runs as possible in the power play. That's your job in the team. Keep doing that. I think it's pretty simple. Not so simple enough against Rais. He's bowling well. Got hit for 3 boundaries in his first over after getting rid of Saqib. And then he just bowled a 2-run over.
Yes, Rais definitely impressed a lot in that 50-over tournament. Oh, that's a good shot. Now, this is what I was talking about. The intent so far that we have seen from TVSL is the intent that Nadeem constantly talks about. And it's there to see.
Well, absolutely, and especially when you are a team who bats at till number 9, till number 10, you have free license. Usually we see teams having 1 or 2 players who they give the free hand, but here when you have like a team with such a batting depth, you probably give 3 or 4 players that, that free hand. Go after the bowling. And in T20 format, you don't have enough time to settle in. That's the main thing.
Yeah, there is definitely no time to settle in. No two ways about it. You just have to keep going, keep doing the good work. Salman batting on 33 of 22. Nadeem on 10 of 12 after that 6. Oh, looks to cut there. Too close. Too close to the body.
Well, I think there has been a lot of variable bounce coming in from the surface. Nishant, you were out there for the pitch as well. Tell us what do you think of this track, of this wicket? How easy or how tough it's going to be?
Well, to be very honest, it's the same track which I called a track from Mumbai and not Sharjah. It's still a Mumbai wicket, but it's not a day 4 wicket, it's a day 1 wicket.
Pretty interesting. I love the way you've related things here. And definitely Rais will love the sight here. Going through the defense of Salman is not easy, and he has gone through that. Beautifully bowled, tossed up in the air. It was a full delivery. And Salman missing it completely.
Yes, the breakthrough has come. And it's Salman's wicket, which has come for them. Oh, lovely delivery there. I wonder what went wrong with Salman, because I think he played down the wrong line completely. It's not that he was playing for the googly and the ball went turned away, because the ball went straight through.
Well, it was just about committing early to the length of the ball, just getting his front leg forward way too early, and that's one of the reasons why he's lost his line completely. 68 for 2 after 9, TVS. Yes, Tim.
68 for the loss of 2 wickets in 9 overs.
Yes, Tim, yes. Tim. New man in is the Centurion in the Bukhatir League. The highest run scorer for TVSL in the Bukhatir League, it's Ali Abid. A man who will be representing the team Abu Dhabi in the T10, Abu Dhabi T10, is out there in the center. Now, he will have to spend time out here. 9 overs up, 68 for 2. I think a fair, decent job coming in as far as 7 districts is concerned. They've pulled things back really nicely.
Absolutely. It was an explosive start by TVSL, and they've really come back brilliantly. 7 districts here. That was slightly uppish there, but pretty much in the gap, so it is going to be just a single.
Nicely played there, timed it to perfection. Now, I mean, at the 6-over mark, they was cruising at a very good pace, and then a couple of tight overs, one from Heather, the other one from Rais. He bowled 2 tight overs on the trot, picked up both the wickets, picked up by Rais. Leg spinners bring you wickets, they go for runs, but you got to trust them.
That's a good delivery, pretty much on target. So that's the thing of about left-arm spinners in this format of the game. They don't really need to loop the ball up. Their job is to bowl darts. Their job is to make sure that they do not give away anything more than 6.5, 7 runs and over.
Especially if you're playing on such tracks, I mean, keeping it around 5.5, 6, perfect, job done. Move on, mate. And that's what you've seen in international cricket as well. Tough wickets, bowlers like Mohammad Nawaz, Jadeja, when they see such wickets, they would probably want to make an impactful bowling effort. But when they bowl on a flat track, a batting paradise, they are too quick in the air. Just do not let them have that room. This is good bowling here from Heather. He's continuing from where he left in that longer format. He was quick then as well. And Nadeem this time deposits it over the head of the dugout. Look at that. Played it nicely. Picked up the length pretty early there. And quick arms of Nadeem coming into action.
There's a mighty heave there from Nadeem. Good old-fashioned tonk over mid-wicket. Gets a 6 for that.
Well, finally we are seeing Nadeem open up, express, and give us the version of Nadeem that we all had in mind, but we hadn't seen. Now this is good cricket. You have hit him for a 6, and he has run quickly. This is excellent work here from Farooq Moman. He was sprinting from the square leg region and ensured that the batsman did not come back for 2.
Yes, these are moments which are so very crucial. You save that extra run somewhere. In the end, it all adds up. Nice kit here for 7 districts. Nicely tucked away. Single to finish the over. First half of the innings is done. 78 for 2.
At the halfway mark, TVS are cruising at 7.8 and over. It's time for another change in the bowling. Man who's got a recent haircut there. Farooq Moman is going to be bowling. And that's a short delivery which Ali Abid completely missing it out. Now the variable bounces coming in play. You talk about the Mumbai wicket. Day 1 has changed to day 2 already.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was freshly rolled when I went for the pitch report. Just before that, the rollers were in action. And of course, we had a couple of T10 games being played under 14, under 12 during the day as well. So a little bit of a cosmetics applied on the pitch to make it look better than it is?
Well, not really a fan of, rolling the wicket under lights. Probably do it before, the sun sets. Drier grass does not get the moisture in on the surface. Makes a lot of sense in terms of rolling it dry.
Yeah, I mean, of course, as a captain, you have the choice whether what you want to do at mid-innings. But pre-match, it's the curator's call, is it?
Well, absolutely, yes. It's just about you need to be, just as you say, it's mid-match, it is the captain's call whether he wants to take the role in, what, is it a heavy role, light role, what time, everything. But before the match, it is the curator's job to make the pitch ready in a playable condition, what according to him is the right fit. However, if you're a smart captain, you need to make sure that you're coming in on time. Speak to the groundsman when was the wicket rolled in order to understand what sort of moisture the wicket will hold.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the curator will definitely want the little bit of moisture to come in so that it binds the surface together. And that is something that the captain might not be very fond of. But again, I just get a feeling the kind of pitches that we saw on this particular wicket in that Bukhatir League, I don't mind attempts to try and hold the pitch together.
Well, absolutely. I mean, we've seen two different shades of wicket, two different characteristics shown here on the in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. One coming in from Sharjah, the other one feels like we are in Mumbai. And then you got to have that sort of an experience if you want to be a good cricketer. And how did that miss the stumps? Even the bowler is surprised. That was too close.
Well, I can't believe it that it missed the stumps, to be very honest. Just look at how close that was. Oh, shaving the stump there. Well, that'll be the end of the 11th over. It's 79 for 2.
$11 overs gone here. TVS 79 for 2. And looks like there is a change in the bowling here coming in from the Bukhatir end. It's going to be Hafiz. Not sure if it's Hafiz or if it's Hafiz, but we go by the name that is there on the screen. Hafiz. Here he comes.
Smartly done. Very smart from Nadeem there. It was a short delivery. There was a little bit of room, and he just helped it over the wicket-keeper's head for 4.
Well, how many times have we seen a fast bowler who's bowling his first over, coming in, digging in short, outside the off stump? Very strange start here coming in by Hafiz.
Yes, I have at times, yeah, I mean, probably he's playing cricket after a little bit of a break. That's the only thing that can come to my mind, because I think that when you haven't played cricket for a while and you're a bowler, it's difficult for you to actually reach the pitch. Oh, there's a leading edge. Who is taking that? The keeper says it's his. He takes it.
Now that's the line that you're talking about. Stick it closer to the stumps when you're bowling in new. Batters do not know you. And that's how Hafiz responded. Quick on his shot there, slightly early, closing the face of the bat, taking a leading edge, and that was enough. Keeper making no mistake. End of Mohammad Nadeem. Healthy strike rate. Out for 18 of 9. Okay, sure, Tim. So we just keep it like that and we can talk in the background? We can continue to talk in the background, right? Here comes Hafiz again, and the new man in, Nasir Faraz, gets off the mark of the very first ball. Short delivery in the air, and this lands safely. Safe zone here. Just a single added to the tally. So he is trying to dig in short here. Hafiz Almas. Will be very interesting to see what he offers to the team on the plate. Already in the 12th over, 85 for 3. I think a very, very decent job here, Nishant, as far as SDS is concerned. 7 districts, they've pulled things back.
Yes, and they've picked up those 3 wickets. Every time a batsman has looked to get set, they've managed to pick the wicket. And that is the key. It's not that they've been picking up the wicket of the new man in. They've always managed to pick up the wicket of the set batsman.
Absolutely. And here, we'll continue that after this ball. Now what's going to be interesting here is, and it's going to be very important, that TVSL, they actually need to calculate what is the ideal target, because they're playing in the condition right now. It's not going to be easy to go over ambitious and just throw your wickets away, invite a collapse. I think they should look at upping the ante towards the last 3 overs, last 4 overs.
Well, I think Saqib had his plans very clear at the toss. He did say that, of course, we would like to get 170 on the board, but I think the pitch is such that 140, 150 might be good enough. So their target is set. I think the approach was, when the pitch is in the best condition, up front, try and go for the attack, and then maybe you can just try and bat through the 20 overs. And of course, the last 2-3 overs, you will anyway go for the kill.
Well, absolutely makes sense. That's coming in with a plan and trying to execute something that will add more to the initial plan that is there. Nonetheless, 12 gone, 86 for 3.
इंडिया पाकिस्तान गया मैच है, इंडिया पाकिस्तान में मैच जा रहा है, बारिश
Expected है.
फ्लड मेलबर्न is already flooded and next year India is not having Pakistan
Farouk into his second over. Excellent first over for him. Started off the second pretty well as well. Too far outside the off stump there. That has been slapped away through the offside. Couple of runs taken. So Nasir and Ali will have to stitch together a partnership. And Ali Abid, we've seen, is capable of going for the big shots. Just needs to probably bat as per plan right now. Now, the way they are going on, 90 for 3 in the 13th over, they've probably ensured 140, 150 from here on.
Well, I think this brings me back to the conversation that I used to have with Imran Tahir when we were playing together for IGM. What was the approach of the South African cricket, when they were batting first, when they were pushed to bat first? So the idea was very simple. Try to get 100 runs in 13 overs with a loss of 2 or max of 3 wickets. And then we'll try to up the ante later stage in the last 4 overs, last 5 overs. That's where you probably reach that 165, 170 mark, which is a comparative total out there in the international cricket. I think very smart move, very calculative approach. You're not going way too aggressive with things. And moreover, in 13 overs, what we're talking about is after 7 over, the 6 over patch that you have, that is the most important patch where a bowling team gets on top of you and try to pick wickets, get the momentum on their side. This is the phase that you would probably not want to give it to the bowling side and have the momentum for the last 7.
Yes, and the best way to keep the momentum with you is by not losing wickets. There's a top edge. Hasn't timed it. And he holds out.
Just as we speak about not giving wickets, here is Nasir Faraz, who has given his end of him, was trying to look dangerous, and then this is what the pressure of not getting those boundaries coming is speaking.
Yes, he just got a boundary of the previous ball. He didn't really need to do that. That is the end of Nasir Faraz, who's very impressive in the Bukhatir League. He departs for 7 of 6, 94 for 4.
नासिर फराज का स्कोर भी 18 ऑफ 9 और स्ट्राइक रेट देखो, हाँ 18 ऑफ 9, चौका 1, स्ट्राइक रेट 116.
Must. Jawad is doing the right thing. He's keeping himself for the last 4. He should do that. He should not. अगर अभी भी विकेट जाएगी ना, he should not come. Should send maybe a Shahbaz या कौन है पीछे. This ball is to watch ball. कर लो last ball.
चाय का ऑर्डर किया मैंने, आप चाय का बोल रहे थे.
कर दिया.
हाँ नहीं, लेके आने वाला था वैसे.
Too far outside the off stump this time, was looking to go for the sweep Fayaz, then changing his mind. End of the over, 13 bowled, 96 for 4.
खोलने की जरूरत नहीं है इसको, वो बंद करते हैं. हाँ माइक रख के बात कर सकते हैं.
अच्छा.
कैसा रहा आपका टाइम गुजरा बीच में? मैच तो नहीं था ना? नहीं, मैच चल रहे थे बट मेरा काम नहीं था. बस सो के गुजरा टाइम. 2-3 फिल्म देखने चला गया.
मैं वो ऑफिस से आ रहा हूँ डायरेक्ट.
जी जी.
ऑफिस से डायरेक्ट आ रहे हो. आप हैदराबादी बिरयानी कौन से रेस्टोरेंट की बात कर रहे थे?
ये आसम भाई दनाटा बिल्डिंग है ना,
हाँ.
बैक साइड में
हाँ नाम क्या तैयब
हैदराबादी लिखा हुआ येलो टाइप का बोर्ड है
तैयब होगा
एक्चुअली
वाइट फैल्कन के आगे ना थोड़ा सा राइट में
ये क्लॉक टावर से आप आगे जाते हैं ना बसाम सेंटर है वहाँ से अगर आप राइट करें तो वो राइट करके सीधे नीचे जाएंगे ना लास्ट में जाके लेफ्ट साइड में करके आते हैं
Yes, another over from Hafiz here into his second over. Picked up a wicket in the previous one. And it's time for a change in voices as Nadeem comes back into the commentary box. And Nadeem, TVSL look in a little bit of trouble. They've just lost wickets quite regularly here.
Yeah, definitely, but I'll say that since the way wicket is behaving, I think that's still a good score. The only thing is that the good news that still Ali Abid is at crease and still they have got plenty of all-rounders in the dugout apart from Ali Abid and Fayaz who are playing well here. Apart from that, Shabazz will be another player to watch out along with Jawad is still there in the dugout. They have plenty of betting options left. So I feel considering this wicket, the way ball is keeping little low. Also, spinners are able to find a grip. If they can score about 150, I think that will be a very competitive score.
Yes, that's what the captain of TVSL mentioned as well, that they're looking at 150, 140 to be good enough. It's clipped away nicely. They will manage to pick up a single.
And I see the side of TVSL, one of their premium fast bowler, Muhammad Rohid. He is back in the side. Nishant, he is a bowler to watch out for the night. He is a left-arm quick fast bowler. It will be very interesting that how he bowls tonight.
Yes, just mentioned by Asim as well, that he is a bowler to watch out for. Very well bowled on the stumps. Back to the bowler. Dot ball.
Hafiz is bowling well. I mean, he has definitely got a very important wicket of Nadeem earlier on. And he has given just 10 runs in his almost 9 deliveries, which is a good performance considering this stage of the T20 game.
Right up there off the inside half. And they'll keep it down for a single. This is good stuff.
Well, we have seen Ali Abid and Nasir playing in the 50 over Bukhatir League. Both of them are very fluent players. But tonight they are struggling with the timing. This shows the behavior of the wicket. It's not an easy wicket to bat on. I think they need to play sensibly. They need to take singles and doubles as well, apart from the boundaries if they can achieve. As rightly said by Saqib, the TVSL captain, if they can score 150, that will be very competitive score. On the other side, 7 districts also consist of very young, enthusiastic players. One of them is Saghir Khan himself. He's a very nice batter. And he will be another player to watch out tonight.
Yes, of course, a lot of players to watch out for, no two ways about it. Excellent bowling, excellent over from Hafiz. That will be the end of the over. 14 bowled, it's 98 for 4.
Same time,
Starts off with a delivery too far outside the off stump, and it's a wide. .99 for 4 the score. Again looking to go for the big shot there, not quite getting it right. Pick up another single. $100 up for TVSL with that. Fayaz, 1 of 4 is what he's batting on. Shortish delivery, waits for it and slaps it straight back past the bowler. Long on, cuts it off. They'll come back for 2.
Short ball, took full advantage, Ali Awed. Very important 2 runs. In fact, it came with the bat of Fayaz. Farooq has bowled well. It just gave away 13 runs in his 2.2 overs. This time beaten Fayaz, who wanted to play that shot, but few words are exchanged between 2 players, and the captain Farooq, good gesture from the captain.
That was a quicker one there from Farooq.
What I'm seeing, Fayaz is not basically covering the line of the ball. He is not, coming on the line. If he comes there, definitely he will be able to play that late cut shot which he wanted to play. Definitely shot is on.
Down the leg side this time. That has been nicely paddled away. That should run away to the fence for 4. Much needed boundary this for TVSL. They're just losing the track. That should help.
I think Farooq wanted to bowl googly, but it didn't come out properly. He bowled on the leg side and far leg, and nicely played by Fayaz. This will boost his confidence. He was struggling with his timing.
There's the googly. That is bowled pretty accurately. They'll come back for 2. That will be the end of the over. 15 overs bowled, 108 for 4. Cracking shot. This time it's Ali Abid who gets into the act. Brilliantly struck.
Ali Awad, look at that. Little pace was provided, and Ali Awad hit back straight. towards the deep extra cover position for a boundary. Now this will give Ali Abid a lot of confidence. He is playing on 13, faced 17 balls. I must say all the batters struggled on this wicket except Saqib. Maybe the ball was new at that time. Definitely not taking any credit out of Saqib's skills. I think it can be a good strategy to attack when the ball is new. The moment ball gets little older, I think it will be difficult for the batters to play on this wicket.
Yes, they have to take advantage of whatever conditions are in favor of them. That's gone over the top, and he hits it straight to the fielder once again. Just when it looks like a player is going to be looking good, he gets out.
Well, I must say that, okay, good bowling by Haider and also a good catch taken by the fielder over there. Again, the slowness of the wicket has made Ali Abid play that shot uppishly. He wanted to play again at the same position, deep extra cover, but it went towards the sweeper and he took a nice easy catch. Ali Abid goes back after scoring 13, just faced 17 balls. TVSL has lost 5th wicket and they are playing at 112 after 15.2. Well, both the Fiaz uncreased with the Fiaz, the left-hander batter, joining Haider to Fiaz.
So Fayaz at both ends.
Well, we can differentiate Fiaz as our senior commentator Mr. Asim describes that Fiaz, who comes from Alain, he is on batting crease.
Again, a very good delivery there from Haider. Just keeping it very tidy at the moment. Half the side back in the hut. Looks to go for the cut. It's upish and over the top. You'll find the boundary again. And that's a nice way to get off the mark.
Very important boundary, short and wide, and Fiaz, I don't think he wanted to play that shot above the fielder, but lucky for him, he got enough bat on the ball and got a very important boundary for himself and for his team.
Shuffling across, looking to go for the big shot on the onside this time. Misses, in fact, mistimes it. So end of the over, 16 ball, 118 for 5.
Well, this is the bowling card for you, Shahid. Bowled 2 overs, gave away 17 runs. A little bit expensive earlier on. Wajid in his 3 overs gave away 29 runs. Rais, his pick of the bowler, in 3 overs gave away 20 runs and taken 2 very important wickets. Haider in 3 overs gave away 21 runs and taken a wicket. Farooq 3 overs 19, a wicket to his name, and Hafiz has bowled 2 overs and taken a wicket as well. Farooq bowling his 4th over. He gave 19 runs and taken a wicket. He will be bowling to Fiaz Shahjahan. Short ball, hit back straight. There is a fielder over there. It will just be a single. Ball is clearly keeping low. Batsman, what we have seen in the last ball, he was trying to play a pull shot, but eventually he could hit only straight.
So Fayaz batting on 4 of 4 right now. He's got a boundary going. I think it's about time for them to cut loose. Yes, they're trying to keep Jawad Ghani for the final flourish, but I just get a feeling that this is when he should have actually come out to bat. Now, he might just come out to bat with hardly anything left. Swept straight to the fielder. Dot ball.
Very important point raised by Nishant. Jawad is one of those players who can play against spinners very well. Interestingly, he has sent these guys up, Fayaz and Fiaz Shahjahan. This time Fiaz played straight. Again, this goes directly to the fielder over there. Farooq will be bowling to Fayaz Shahjahan this time.
That's it. Uppishly, very nicely done. And he's got it into the gap. He'll find a boundary.
Nicely played by Fiaz Shahjahan. Shot, and he wanted to play that shot over the head of the fielder standing at cover position. Very important boundary. Again, batsmen right now, they are taking full advantage of the loose deliveries. But any good, decent delivery which is pitched at the right length, that's very difficult to hit.
And he goes downtown. And that struck very well. That's gone all the way for 6. Very nicely struck.
Well, this was closer to Fayaz. Almost an overpitch delivery. And he plays straight shot for a maximum. Well, all of a sudden, with the last 2 shots, Fayaz started looking very dangerous out there. He's playing on 20 and just faced 12 deliveries. TVSL 130 for the loss of 5 after 16.5. Farooq will be bowling last ball of his spell. He has given 31 runs so far, taken a wicket though.
Yes, 10 runs coming off the last couple of balls, helping play and a miss to finish the over. 17 bowled, 130 for 5.
हो जाएगा 160 बन जाना चाहिए। ये जवाब में गलती की, अब आना चाहिए था। ये जब 5th विकेट गया ना, वो 15वें ओवर में गया था, 15th ओवर, तब आ जाना चाहिए। अब आ जाना चाहिए। He left it for too late. You are right, sir. You are absolutely right.
Hafiz is brought back to bowl his 3rd over from Bukhatar end, and he will be bowling to Fayaz Ahmed. Fayaz Ahmed, who comes from Alain, as described by our fellow colleague Mr. Asim. And this time should be given a wide. Yes, it is. It's a wide delivery.
Too far outside the off stump there from Hafiz. Hafiz has been pretty good so far. Jawad Ghani, is he padded up?
He is. He's definitely padded up. And this time, Fayaz goes big for half a dozen.
Yes, that's the shorter side of the boundary. And just got going with that. What a strike. Very nicely struck.
Well, a slow delivery, but fortunately for Fayaz, he just got it underneath his bat. A very good shot.
That's more like it. They're definitely looking at a big score now. And want to keep going.
Definitely Hafiz to Fayaz Ahmed. Again, he played a good shot towards the mid-wicket area. It will just be a single. There was a fielder there. But Fayaz is definitely playing well out there. He's targeting his leg side, which is definitely a short boundary. .7 is the current run rate. If they go with the same run rate, they might reach to 159.
But they will look to get to 160, maybe more. Shortish delivery this time. Looks to go for the pull of the inside half. They're pushing for the second. They will get the second. It's the longer side of the ground. Excellent running between the wickets there. This is good stuff.
Well, good overcoming for TVSL. Already is given 10 runs in this over. Hafiz to Fayaz Shah Jahan.
And looking to go for the big shot there. Outside edge, and he departs. The intention was pretty right to keep going. Go over the offside, the shorter boundary. Big edge, simple catch.
Well, Fayaz Shah Jahan goes after scoring 22. He just faced, in fact, after 18, he faced 9 balls. And he hit 1 6 and 2 boundaries. TVSL lost their 6th wicket on 140 after 17.4 overs. And in walks the man with the long handle. Another dangerous all-rounder for TVSL, Shabazz, who is known to hit big sixes, is there in the middle. Surprisingly, still Jawad has not come to bat.
Yes, bit of a surprise indeed. Shahbaz will be on strike, but Shahbaz is also a big striker of the ball. That's batted away, gets it past the fielder there, will come back for 2.
Plenty of actions in this over already. 12 runs already scored in this over with still a ball to go, and he has taken a wicket as well. Hafiz to Shahbaz.
Hafiz, of course, looks like he's going to be the one who's going to bowl the 20th over as well. And Shahbaz looking to go for that scoop, misses it. And that is the end of the over. 18 bowled, 142 for 6.
पाकिस्तान में एक बंदा था हाफिज, एक्चुअली वो आपको पता हो तो जो ब्लाइंड लोग होते हैं ना, थोड़े एक आंख से जो काने होते हैं उनको हाफिज बोलते हैं। हाँ, इंडिया पाकिस्तान में, इंडिया में भी शायद होता होगा, लेकिन उधर जो एक आंख से ना थोड़े से जो अंधे होते हैं ना, जो अंधा होता है बंदा, उसको हाफिज बोलते हैं। दोनों आंखों से एक जिसकी मतलब आई साइट सेट ना हो, उसको हाफिज बोलते हैं। हाफिज मीन पर्सन हु मेमोराइज थिंग्स बाय हार्ट। वो पता है मुझे, मतलब हाफिज नहीं, हाँ वो तो उनको तो बोलते हैं जो कुरान हिफ्ज करते हैं, लेकिन यूजुअली जो वैसे भी आंखें जिसकी नहीं होती ना, वो देख नहीं सकता, तो वो पर्सन लोगों के नाम उनकी आवाज़ से पहचानता है, तो इस तरह तो उनको भी हाफिज बोलते हैं। मैं भी आपको एक स्टोरी सुना।
Penultimate over, shuffling across a long way, goes for the uppercut, and that's 6. Very nicely struck again by Fayazia.
Again, a superb shot by Fiaz. He's playing a very important inning for TVSL. Look at that. Shot outside off, a shorter boundary, and he definitely connected it well. Fiaz hitting his second 6 of his inning. Shahid to Fiaz. Fiaz Ahmed. This time there was an opportunity again. Better ball coming up from Shahid, I believe. He has got protection on the leg side, and it's a big boundary. Well, Nishant, if I am the bowler, I would like to bowl on the middle and leg and invite Fayaz to play on the leg side.
Yes, that is the right thing to do. No doubts about that. That's what he does now. Slower delivery as well. So he's just given the entire responsibility of making something happen on the batsman.
Exactly, that's a big boundary over there. It has to be connected right from the middle of the bat if batter would like to hit a 6, otherwise definite chance that he can hit in the air and get out. Meanwhile, Shahbaz is on crease, and we all know he likes to play on the leg side. It will be interesting where Shahid is going to bowl to him. Full toss on the leg side and punished for a 6.
What a strike. What a magnificent strike that was. That sound from the bat was impeccable.
Well, just when I was talking about that, we all know Shahbaz likes to hit on the leg side. A juicy full toss was provided to him. Really not that good bowling coming up from Shahid.
So 150 coming up with that short, slow delivery that has been not quite timed well enough, but straight to the fielder. They will manage to pick up a single there.
Shahid will be bowling last ball of his third over. He has already given 30 without taking any wicket, and he is up against Fayaz Ahmed. Full toss this time. Got an edge. There is a fielder over there. It will just be a single.
So 19 overs bowled, 157 for 6.
तो सारा ही मैच होगा.
इसमें शॉर्मा भी पड़ा था, मतलब शॉर्मा में खा लिया, मैं सैंडविच खा लेता हूँ. वो खाया तो वेज है. लेकिन नहीं खाया उसमें. अगर भूख लगी तो बता दो, मैं और एक ऑर्डर कर दूंगा.
हाँ देखेंगे. नहीं वो तो अच्छा ये सोचना पड़ेगा कि अभी डिनर का क्या करना है अपने को. रोज ऑर्डर करेंगे क्या?
Well, 157 for the loss of 6. TVSL after 19 overs. Shabazz playing on 9. Fayaz playing on 19. Overall, 12 fours and 9 sixes are hit by TVSL batters. And the last ball, last over, will be bowled by Hafiz from Bukhatir end. And he is up against Fayaz.
12 fours, 9 sixes so far in this particular innings. And that is going to be another wicket. Fayaz was looking good, was looking dangerous, but just like any other batsman, he has also perished when he looked good. But I mean, it's that time of the innings. You've got to throw your bat around.
Definitely, you don't have any option, and I think very wise bowling coming up from Hafiz this time. He bowled Fayaz on the offside, a longer boundary, and there was a sweeper in place who took a nice catch. Good smart bowling coming up from Hafiz. Fayaz goes after scoring 19. He faced 13 deliveries. TVSL has scored 157 for the loss of 7 after 19.1.
आप उसको ना एक्चुअली मुझे पता था आप आज आ रहे हो तो यूजली आसू भाई मुझे नहीं बुलाते जिस दिन आप आते हैं. मुझे पता होता आप आ रहे हो, मैं बिरयानी ले आता आपके लिए.
नहीं अभी तो शोएब नहीं है ना. कल ले लो.
नहीं कल एक्चुअली मेरे वर्क फ्रॉम होम है. मेरा जुमान में तो अभी तो नहीं. हाँ नेक्स्ट वीक अगर मैं आया तो फिर
मंडे को
शाम में.
Umar is the new man in. Short ball, cut uppishly. Will pick up a single.
Umar has taken a single. Well, all these batters are capable of hitting fours and sixes. But interestingly, we still to see Jawad coming for the batting tonight. Maybe some fitness issue, Nishant? Did anything was mentioned by Saqib at the time of toss?
Not at all. I mean, if he had fitness issues, why was he in the 11? And there was hardly any time for warming up after the toss. Whatever warm-up was done before that. So clearly by the time of the toss, you knew if there is any fitness issue, you should have pulled out. Could have made a difference of at least 10 runs here.
We hope he is fit as far as TVSL fans and supporters are concerned, because Jawad not only a very good batter, but he is also a very important with the ball.
That's a cracking shot. That is a cracking shot. And he finds the boundary. They go past 160.
Nice shot by Shabazz. Look at that. And it went in the gap as well. Very important boundary. This is last over in progress. Still 2 legal deliveries are remaining. And they have already crossed 160 run mark. Playing on 162 for the loss of 7. The captain Saqib was hoping to cross 150. He considered that it will be a very competitive score. I think he must be very happy, Nishant.
Well, he did mention at the toss that I would like to get 170, but seeing the pitch, 140, 150 should be good enough. So very realistic expectations. It's always good to undercommit and overachieve. Short ball, pulled away. There is a fielder in the deep, will just get a single rather than doing the other way around, overcommitting and underachieving. Always better to do what is right.
Very financial approach, Nishant. This is how the budgets are set in the corporate sector. And nicely fielded over there by Farooq. Very nice fielder, very sharp, fit, enthusiastic. Last ball, last legal delivery of the TVSL inning is coming. Hafiz will be bowling to Omar.
He goes over the top of the offside and he has cleared the fence. Lovely finish to the innings here for TVSL. They're talking about 170. They've almost gotten there.
Yeah, definitely. 170 is the target they have set for 7 districts. And let me tell you that it will not be easy for 7 districts. They have to bat out of their skin. Good all-round performance coming up from the TVSL batters.
Yes, brilliant batting, no two ways about it. It is a very well-rounded approach. If you look at it, nobody really went berserk. Nobody really went getting a very big score, 36 being the highest from Salman. And the cute 20s, 3 batsmen getting out for 22. Saqib, Nadeem, similar figures. Fayaz, 22. Other Fayaz got 19. Ali Abid's 13 slowed the innings down, but they really managed to pick up thanks to Shahbaz's 14 of 7 and Umar's last ball 6, managing to get 169 in the 20 overs.
Only 7 extras. Good, decent performance.
And then the bowlers. There was pretty much a very good effort by all of them. The opening bowlers went for a few runs, but after that, things were pulled back. Hafiz, pick up the bowlers in terms of wickets, gave away far too many runs in the last couple. 2 for 20 for Rais was very impressive. And of course, Haider and Farooq picking up a wicket apiece as well. The target for 7 districts here is 170 in their allotted 20 overs. We'll dive into a short break and of course we will be back with all the action from the run chase.
वो मुश्किल है वो मैच होना। दूसरी बात ये है कि जितने भी लड़कों को मैंने मैसेज भेजा है, ऑलमोस्ट मेरे ख्याल में मैंने 25 लड़कों को मैसेज भेजा था जो सिलेक्ट हुए थे, और उनमें से मतलब मैक्सिमम लड़कों के मेरे ख्याल में तकरीबन 20 के 30 लड़कों की कंफर्मेशन आ गई है। कुछ जो थे वो बोल रहे थे ट्रांसपोर्ट फ्री है, ट्रांसपोर्ट है, कैसे आएंगे कैसे जाएंगे, लेकिन इवेंचुअली मैंने सबको बोला है तो उनकी कंफर्मेशन तो ये समझ लें कि ऑलमोस्ट 70% लड़कों की कंफर्मेशन है। तो ये सिचुएशन है मेरे ख्याल में। वी शुड गो फॉर द मैच, वी शुड गो एंड प्ले। तो हमें इसको पुल आउट नहीं करना चाहिए। मुझे एक्चुअली उसी दिन पता था, आपसे खैर मैसेज पे बात नहीं हो सकी, लेकिन ये कि मेरे ख्याल में मैच खेलना चाहिए हमारे लड़कों को। मैं एक्चुअली क्या सोच रहा था ना कि मैं कल दोबारा एक मैसेज ब्रॉडकास्ट कर रहा हूँ सबको, मेक श्योर दैट ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस आर जॉइनिंग अगेन, अ फाइनल रिमाइंडर। तो ये कल मैं ना इनको ये मैसेज जो है ब्रॉडकास्ट करूँगा सबको अगेन। जी असद, ये ऐसा है ना कि अगर आप दुबई से आते हैं तो आपको दुबई में कहीं से भी बस पे आप आ सकते हो अजमान, और अजमान से फिर आप एक बस पे आ सकते हो वो हमदिया रोड पे, और हमदिया रोड पे वहाँ पे टूरिज्म गार्डन के पास आपको भी बस स्टॉप मिल जाएगा, वहाँ से आप टैक्सी में आ सकते हो। तो उससे अगर आप टैक्सी में बैठोगे तो मैं मान लो नज़दीक के अंदर वहाँ पे जाएगा।
क्या सीन है? वही सेम, आप दोनों शुरू, फिर हम दोनों, फिर हम दोनों।
हाँ, फिर आप क्लोज हो।
सेम ही सीन है। प्रेजेंटेशन आपको करना है क्या सीन?
नहीं, आपको
मेरे को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ।
नहीं करें, पहला मैच है ना ये, आप करें तो उसके बाद हम कल करते हैं। वो जो नया क्लब बनाया उसका मैच रखा था हमने संडे को, तो संडे को पाकिस्तान के तो मैच आ गया।
तो ये आ गया नहीं, ये पहले से ही था सर। आप
मैच आपका आया है,
आपका आया
नहीं,
है
वो
सर।
हमने ये वो
कंसिडर नहीं
किया।
तो ये फिर इंडिया पाकिस्तान की गलती है। आईसीसी की गलती है
भाई इन्होंने
हजारा का मैच नहीं फोकस किया इन्होंने।
मतलब आईसीसी वो दुबई में और यहाँ दोनों जगह कंसिडर हुआ है, और संडे होते हुए भी सिंगल लड़ रहे उस दिन यहाँ पे।
हाँ सोच लो।
अच्छा,
एंड नॉट जस्ट दैट, ऑल इंडिया पाकिस्तान गेम्स
हाँ।
आर ऑन द सेम डे।
हाँ
ठीक है, संडेज एंड थर्सडेज, संडेज एंड थर्सडेज,
ना पैसा कमाते हैं
all the India Pakistan games are on the same day, like they both are playing on the same day.
अच्छा, you are talking about the entire tournament.
Entire tournament,
अच्छा।
they both are playing on the same day, Sundays and Thursdays. तो संडे अगर 12 बजे इंडिया का मैच है तो 3 बजे पाकिस्तान का है, 12 बजे पाकिस्तान का मैच है तो 3 बजे इंडिया का है। तो संडेज हमारे डबल हेडर होंगे ही नहीं यहाँ पे, सिर्फ सैटरडे डबल हेडर।
हाँ, इन्होंने भी प्लान उस तरीके से किया है।
अच्छा,
अच्छा मैचेस वहाँ पे क्या क्या टाइम पे शुरू है? दो डबल हेडर रहेगा तो यूएई टाइम के हिसाब से
दिन को 12 बजे
डबल हेडर तो रोज है भाई
वर्ल्ड कप में।
वर्ल्ड कप का एक दिन कहीं बीच बीच में नहीं है, बाकी एवरीडे इज डबल हेडर। इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच डेज आर ट्रिपल हेडर्स,
ट्रिपल हेडर्स
8 बजे 12 बजे 3 बजे यूएई टाइम।
तो इंडिया पाकिस्तान कितने बजे? 12।
हाँ,
तो 3 बजे क्या है?
उस दिन नहीं है
वैसे क्या है 3 बजे मैचेस हैं?
नहीं, नॉर्मल डबल हेडर टाइमिंग इज 8 and 12।
हाँ
और इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच डेज,
हाँ
सब्सिक्वेंट मैच डेज,
हाँ।
8, 12, 3।
India Pakistan means you means when they're playing
other teams।
So there are 3 matches.
हाँ, उस दिन 3 मैच होंगे।
ऐसे कैसे किया है लोगों ने? मतलब एक डे में होगा, एक डे नाइट होगा और एक कंप्लीट नाइट होगा।
और का लेट है ना टाइम।
सो पर्थ में जो मैचेस है वही लेट है। खाली देश है भर देते हैं जाके आप देखो जब से इंडियन पाकिस्तानी वहाँ माइग्रेट हुए ना पॉपुलेशन देखो ऑस्ट्रेलियन कैसी बढ़ी हम ऑब्जर्व कर रहे
और रेसिज्म सबसे ज़्यादा वहाँ होता है बहुत ज़्यादा रेसिज्म
नहीं सर इतना ज़्यादा नहीं होता
ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बहुत होता है
मेरा दोस्त है आपका गुजरात का है उसने मालूम है मेरे साथ वो था प्रोग्रामर था मुझे बहुत जोर लगाया लीड्स में रहता है वो मेरे को बहुत जोर लगाया आसिफ
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here after that innings break. And time for that run chase of 170 runs in 20 overs. It's going to be a cracker of a run chase. We've known that 7 districts is known to play this shorter format cricket. They are very lethal. They got a defeat last night against the same opponents. They're going to be back with some revenge for sure. And to talk more about it, joining me in the comm box is going to be Nadeem once again. Welcome back, Nadeem.
Thank you, Asam. Definitely, it should be a very close game considering the batsman who is walking on the middle, Saghir Khan. He is one of the players to watch, Asim.
Absolutely, I have watched him a lot, played with him a lot as well, and doesn't know much about it, batting, except for hitting boundaries and sixes. Very, very aggressive in nature in terms of his approach. And so is his partner, Wajid Khan. So it's going to be a lefty-righty combination that is going to be out here to disturb the TVS bowlers.
Definitely, and we cannot, as per my opinion, we can never take any team out of the T20 competition. One batsman can change the scenario of the game, and this is T20 cricket. And interesting, I will say that what we have observed on this wicket, the way wicket was behaving, as far as the ball, when the ball will be new, it will be easy to make runs. When the ball will get little older, it will become a little tough.
So there is one solution to that, Nadeem. Just throw the ball out of the park, throw it on the roof, get a new ball in, get a drier ball in.
Well, Asim, yeah, that can be one solution. Keep hitting out and keep getting the new balls.
Here comes Saqib to start the proceedings here for TVS. And immediately goes berserk. Playing an aerial shot, not timing it to perfection though, but will manage to get off the mark and get 2 runs on the board for 7 districts.
It all counts in T20 game. And when it comes to 7 districts, they are something expert in playing the shorter format of the game. Let me tell you that they are the one who were the winner of the plate final in the Bukhatur 50 over game.
Definitely. Played it upish, straight to the fielder. That's first blood drawn by TVS, and Saqib Mahmood strikes. That's the end of Wajid Khan. And closely look at that, hitting the bottom end of the bat. That was enough for Ali Abid not to make any mistakes. End of Wajid. And the Pathan duo couldn't last more than 2 deliveries. And he's back to the pavilion.
Yeah, definitely. Wajid actually very upset with himself. It was closer to him, but I think he did not come enough forward. You know, he could not take his right leg up front to hit that ball over long on fielder rather.
Well, no technique whatsoever required there, Nadeem. The ball was pitched outside the off stump. You played outside the off stump. You don't try to drag your shot towards the long on or a mid on and get those toe end of the bat. As simple as that. That's basic. Where the ball is, you are asked to hit it there. That's what coaches tell you. Follow the basics. That's as simple as that.
Exactly. But these modern days batters don't really believe much on the coaching menu.
Well, do not believe in the coaching menu. Do not focus on your foot movement. Do not do anything. But at least one simple thing, where the ball is, play the shot there. As simple as that.
Absolutely.
That was a really disappointing shot coming in from Wajid. And look at that. It is Lahiru Sandurwan who has been promoted up the order. We have seen him bat at number 9, number 10 in the Bukhatir League, and suddenly he has been pushed up the order at number 3.
Very interesting.
That has been a very variable position here for team 7 districts. They have kept on changing their number 3 regularly. And what you have seen, the success behind many teams is that top 3, keep them same, do not fluctuate them unless and until they are failing regularly. Give them enough chances.
Especially the batter who comes at number 3. It's very important. And if we talk about international cricketers, well, all the best batters, not taking although any credit out of the greats of like Sachin Tendulkar, but the batter who comes at number 3, he is the man batter for the team who basically carries the ship forward. Talking about Ricky Ponting, talking about Virat Kohli, talking about Rahul Dravid.
Talking about Sangakkara, for that matter.
Exactly.
Backbone of the team, you find it at number 3 position. And one of the main reasons why I feel, I personally have a problem with Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan opening the innings in the T20. That is the main thing. Because at number 3, Pakistan does not have has a stable batter. That is one of them. It's a very, very debatable topic, but this is what my personal say is about that.
Well, Asim, you have rightly pointed out, and let me tell you that you are not alone talking about, that particular opening pair, Rizwan and Babar. Even I always recommend Babar must come at number 3 and let Rizwan and somebody else kind of Fakhr Zaman or somebody else should do the open, especially in T20 format.
Absolutely. I'm completely aligned with that. Yes, you keep the numbers aside, but when you look at the overall balance of the side, when you want to take up responsibilities and take the innings forward, and that is what has happened here. When the opening pair has clicked, they have done really well. But when one of it goes early, that's where the problem comes in for Pakistan, and that's what we've seen in the middle overs as well, that they are struggling to build that and continuously have that sort of a scoring spree in that phase. That's something that we have not seen coming through. So the number 3 position is very, very crucial. Regardless of what team you are, your main player needs to bat at that position.
It's very important position. It's very important position, and I'm 100% agree with you, Asim. The reason, one of the reason, as you mentioned, that okay, both Babar and Rizwan are getting the runs continuously with a good average, and they are definitely on top if you talk about ICC ranking. But what's happening there at the moment in any match, one of them goes early, and this time Apashli played. Again, he did not time it well. It will just be a single. Well, immediately Asim, 7 districts batters are struggling to time the ball on this wicket.
It's not going to be easy to bat on. The ball is not going to come onto the bat so easy. And that's what just happened with Wajid also. Nonetheless, end of the first over, 7 for 1.
उसको पकड़ के ना बैठी हुए अभी प्रॉब्लम पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट में क्या होती है ना कि पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट में ना प्लेयर जो है वो बन जाता है वो मोनोपोली करना शुरू कर देता है अभी बाबर आजम जो है इतना बड़ा प्लेयर बन चुका है Okay, if he says yes, then everybody has to say yes. मोहम्मद यूसुफ, सकलैन मुश्ताक, ये जो कोचिंग स्टाफ है ना, इनकी कोई औकात नहीं है उसके सामने। ये प्रॉब्लम है पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट में, सबसे शुरू में ये प्रॉब्लम है।
Here comes Nadeem. So spin introduced. And what a start. What a start. Immediately getting that drift in the air. Beautiful delivery there, Nadeem.
This is something Nadeem is mastered in, that whenever it comes to shorter format of the game, he bats very well and he bowls very well. And you will see quicker deliveries. Ball will be coming back to the right-handed batters. He is not going to turn the ball.
I think more of an arm ball bowler tries to get the ball in, that one finger delivery.
Let me tell you, Asim, I was talking to him on the other day when he was playing 50-over game. I told him why you are bowling quicker in the air, why you are not getting the ball turned away from the right-handed batter. And you know what? He replied to me, look at that, look at that. It won't be easy for 7 district batters, really. This ball kept low. What Nadeem has told to me that whatever he does, he bowls slow, he catches the ball with 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger. He only knows to bring the ball back to the right-handed batter.
Well, again, nicely played there from Lahiru. And talking about that aspect of ball coming in, if you closely observe his bowling action, when a bowler, when a left-arm spinner lands on his right leg, he needs to turn his body in order to get that sort of a rev. That's what the coaching manual tells you, and that's what brings you that turn. Yes, grip is important, but it's about how you're rotating your body in the follow-through is important as well. So that is something which is lacking in Nadeem's approach. If you closely observe, when he's coming into bowl, he finishes off and then he does not move his body in. This time played uppishly and he'll get a boundary. Good looking shot there from Lahiru.
Yes, definitely. Pitched little closer and nicely played by the batter. A very important boundary hit. Meanwhile, Asim, you are spot on. I mean, I wish we have cameras here in the comm box. You made a very important point, especially for the youngsters or all those spinners. They can really make benefit out of what you have just mentioned. 2 overs completed, 13 for the loss of 7 districts.
Played uppish and 1 bounce and a boundary. A good positive intent here from Sagir Afridi. Now look at that. Ball is not coming onto the bat easy. He was early onto his shot. Otherwise, on any given day, you know how powerfully he hits. I know how powerfully he hits. He would have gone out of the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, that particular delivery. But the ball is not carrying.
Definitely, Asim. They need to play very sensibly here. They need to understand how wicket is behaving so that any ball which is little away from their body, they need to give respect. They should try to take single and doubles as well.
Appeal, loud appeal, directed, and that would have been the end of Sagir Afridi for sure. But we'll have to closely check what exactly happened on that delivery, because it was very close, very, very close.
Well,
covering the line of the ball, it was close. Trust me, it was close.
Well, Sagir must consider himself very lucky.
Knowing the fact that he swings the ball away from the right-hander after pitching, there was slight movement as well. The ball was not drifting down the leg, but there was that point wherein umpire usually keeps himself in that doubt whether it's hitting or it's not, it's missing. I think had there been DRS, it was stayed with the umpire's call.
Yes, indeed. And this time, Lahiri plays straight, punch back to the fielder, just a single.
He has the golden pad on. Not sure whether he has the golden touch on with him. Saghir Afridi, he was injured, not playing the Bukhatar League. And very animated sort of an appeal coming in from Saqib Mahmood. So this wicket historically has given us that variable bounce. There has been that uneven sort of a bounce coming through. From the Bukhatar end, if you're bowling, you get that extra nip. But when you're coming in from the Sharjah Academy end, there is the ball that stays a bit low outside the off stump if you're a right-hander. So that has been, you know, the hallmark of this track. And when teams are coming in to play on this track, they will have to be very particular about how they plan their innings out, regardless whether they're chasing, whether they're bowling first. Batting first, I beg your pardon.
This time wide ball given by the umpire. Well, so what you are mentioning, Asim, it's not just the talent that you own with the bat. It also requires a lot of planning and the mindset and intent in which you play your game.
Well, absolutely. When you're a captain and if you've seen, if you've observed, if you are a good observer, you've seen that from this end there is an extra kick which is coming through. From the other end, ball is keeping low. I might as well ask my batters to stay on the back foot here more often than not and try to play, you know, square of the wicket as much as possible if the ball is pitched back of the length. And look at that, that's pitched up, and Saghir Afridi doesn't hold on to his shot, plays his pet shot to perfection.
Good shot, it was closer to him, and again, that's also a positive approach, Asim, because you don't want to get overcautious. If you are getting an opportunity, you must get your runs, because runs are not going to come easy later part of their inning.
Definitely. I think a pretty decent approach here coming in from 7 districts, 2.5 overs, 24 for 1. That boundary was a lot required. Another one can actually keep them in the hunt here. Another wide delivery down the leg side. So Saqib losing his rhythm here. He's been pretty wayward.
Actually, what I think Saqib is trying to do is he's trying that Saghir plays an a lofted shot toward the fielder standing at deep mid-wicket position. But what he is not able to control his line. 2 wides already he has given in this over.
Nicely played. That should be easy too. Fayaz putting in the chase. And that would be end of the over. 3 overs gone. SDS 7 districts are 27 for 1.
ऐसे विकेटों पे ना मतलब इसमें ऐसे विकेटों पे ना कैप्टन का बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट रोल होता है कि मतलब किस तरीके से कंडीशंस को एसेस करता है. अब इस एंड से कोई भी अगर बॉलर लगा हो ना, आई वुड प्रॉब्ली मैं चाहूँगा कि वो बॉलर है ना जितना उसकी टांग पे बॉल करे इस एंड से, टांग पे बॉल करे और आउट स्विंग करे, टांग पे बॉल करे आउट स्विंग करे, विकेट में इस एंड से. क्योंकि वजह क्या है, नहीं बड़ी बाउंड्री तो अलग बात है. एक तो बड़ी बाउंड्री है, वो तो सेकेंडरी रीजन है. मेरी रीजन क्या है, मेरी रीजन क्या मालूम, विकेट पे थोड़ा सा बॉल होल्ड भी कर रहा है. ठीक है, थोड़ी सी टेनिस बॉल इफेक्ट है. आपने नोट किया है, टेनिस बॉल इफेक्ट है. तो नदीम का आउट हुआ ना डिसमिसल, वो सबसे बड़ा लर्निंग पॉइंट है. आप जब फ्लिक करने जाते हो ना, आपका बल्ला जल्दी बंद हो जाता है. वो पेस ऑफ द विकेट को आप एक मसल मेमोरी आपकी रिएक्ट कर जाती है कि भाई मैं फ्लिक करने चले जाऊँ, आप जल्दी चले आते हो. उसमें लीडिंग है, ये वो चांसेस बहुत मिलते हैं, मिस टाइम होना. स्क्वायर लेग पे फिल्टर लगो, खिलाओ उसको यही शॉट, मार जितना मार सकता है.
इसमें अच्छा स्पिनर होगा ना, रगड़ गई. फ्याज की बॉलिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगी.
Mohammad Rohid is into the attack. Saw a lot, heard a lot about him, that he's one of the quickest in the circuit. Have to wait and see how quick he is. Left arm quickie from the SCA end. And starts off with a wayward delivery outside the off stump. It's a slow outfield there. have to put in that effort, and should have gone for 3 and sent back there by Saghir Afridi.
Not yet good running. Talking about Rohit, Asim, I have seen him bowling, and one of the ground here. He is definitely very quick, but let me tell you that he is playing after like 4 months break. So that may be one of the issue. We need to see that whether he is still that much fit. What I have seen almost few months back to him, but he is definitely very quick, and the best delivery that he got is a short pitch delivery.
Well, absolutely. That's what I've heard as well, that he even troubled a batter of Mohammad Wasim's class, struggling to hit him. Yes, definitely. He is quick. Just that needs to get it on the right line, and will not be an easy customer to deal with.
He won't be easy. I have seen him troubling Rohan Mustafa, Mohammad Wasim, and Fiaz. The Fiaz Ahmed who comes from Abu Dhabi, Asim. I have seen him troubling them. He's definitely very quick, and looks like he is still fit because he is playing after a long break here in UAE.
Playing off the back foot there, and it's going to be a dot ball. Would definitely want to see that delivery that's is hovering around that line of the stumps, middle and off. And with the way he holds his ball, looks like he's going to get the ball in, but all the 3 deliveries that you have watched, it has angled away from the right-hander.
Well, I have not seen him, swinging the ball much. Usually he, believes on his pace. And this was a quick run taken. Good attempt by the fielder over there, but Saghir was in home already. Well, talking about Mohammad Wasim and Rohan Mustafa and these international UAE players, we have got a good news today. Finally, Asim, UAE has won the match.
Well, a lot of learnings from the World Cup for the UAE team and for the youngsters out there, especially the hat trick that was that Karthik Meyyappan took against I think it was against Sri Lanka, and all the 3 balls in that hat trick were of the wrong ones.
Definitely, that was superb bowling, and this time he played uppercut away from the fielder Shahbaz, and he will get a very important boundary.
Well, that's pure misjudgment coming in from Shahbaz. If you look at that, came in forward and then realizing that ball is just 2 away. That's a misjudgment, and that will yield 4 good runs here for Saghir. So score moves on to 34 for 1. The important runs coming in, not in the most convincing fashion, but doesn't matter. Scoreboard needs to be going on.
Definitely, they are getting some good runs in last couple of overs. That is very important. And this time nicely played, straight to the fielder, no run will be taken. But Saghir is playing nicely over there. 7 districts have scored 34 for the loss of 1 after 4 overs.
मेरे ख्याल में अभी तक की जो सबसे पॉजिटिव आउटकम है वर्ल्ड कप की वो उसकी हैट्रिक है और जुनैद का एक छक्का है जो ग्राउंड से बाहर गया
सर जुनैद का छक्का जुनैद की बॉलिंग ओवरऑल मेरे ख्याल से बासिल का कैच
ज़रूर ने अच्छी बॉलिंग की हाँ उसका कैच
बासिल का कैच सीपी का कैच और सीपी ने जो छोड़ा वो अलग
नहीं लेकिन उसका जो कैच
आज लेकिन सीपी ने बैटिंग बहुत अच्छी आउटस्टैंडिंग बैटिंग
अच्छा उसको मैंने नहीं खेलते देखा
किसको
सीपी को वो वाइड प्लेयर है जिसको मैंने खेलते नहीं देखा
आप उसको उसमें देखें क्या बोलते हैं
आईसीसी में
50 ओवर के फॉर्मेट में देखिए बहुत ज़बरदस्त प्लेयर लंबे फॉर्मेट में
Was bowled him this time, deflected with the pad, and Lahiru goes after scoring 12. Saqib gets another wicket.
Look at that. That's a better angle to have a view. Yes, of the front pad, and it crashes onto the stumps. End of Lahiru Sandarwan. He was promoted up and playing it slightly under on the ball there. Second casualty for 7 districts, and they're 34 for 2.
अच्छा रोमी भी जो है ना थोड़ा अभी पोलाइट होता जा रहा है
जब पोलाइट होना ही पड़ेगा ना तो गया खत्म एटीट्यूड है उसका
लास्ट उसने फेसबुक पे कमेंट किया है कि they are missing me or not but I am missing them definitely ये सगीर क्यों नहीं खेल रहा ये लड़का ये बहुत अच्छा बॉलर है अनफिट है मेरे ख्याल में ये आसमी इसको देखा बॉलिंग करते हुए सगीर खान को
So 7 districts lost their second wicket on 34. Lahiru was the player, got out after scoring 12. Farooq replaces him and will be facing Saqib.
It looks like the throw was on the wrong end. Should have shied at the non-striker's end. Farooq was late to respond. Was a mix-up there for a short while. Farooq coming in at number 4. So 2 wickets here for Saqib Mahmood. He's into his 3rd over.
Well, he is definitely becoming a very strong candidate for man of the match. If TVSL wins this game, he has also scored, I think, around 30 runs, 32 runs.
22 to be precise. And that's the 3rd wicket. Definitely leading the race now. You said candidate for the man of the match, and look at that, picking up 3 wickets in the top order. That's the 3rd one. Sagir making his way back, and Shabazz making no mistake this time. 3rd wicket down, 2nd of the over, and 7 districts are 35 for 3.
Well, 7 districts lost their 3rd wicket, and their superstar in batting, Sagir, got out after scoring 15 on 10, and he is replaced by Shahzad, who will be facing Saqib. All the 3 wickets fall for 7 districts are taken by Saqib. Good all-round performance coming up from Saqib in this game. Defensively played. Well, Vision Shipping definitely looks on top of this game as of now. Still plenty of cricket left in this game. Saqib, talking about Saqib, he has scored 22 runs, 22 quick runs he has scored earlier on and already taken 3 wickets and just given 21 runs, and he is bowling his third over. Well, Shahzad wanted to play on the up, but again, ball is really not coming onto the bat as per the expectations.
No, I think the way he has bowled here, 3 wickets, and just it feels that Saqib is easy to hit. And that's one of the reasons why he has picked up wickets, because the ball is not coming onto the bat as they are expecting. And that's one of the reasons behind his success. Not that he's bowled, those unplayable deliveries, but it's just that the batsmen are not able to make the ideal connection.
Exactly, spot on, Asim. All 3 batters who got out, they wanted to hit big shot.
And that's one of the reasons why he should bowl out his spell here, bowl the 4th over, bring that another chance of picking up that 4-for or a 5-for, and put curtains. Nonetheless, 5 gone, 36 for 3.
मेरे ख्याल में ओवरऑल इंक्लूडिंग ये बुखार लीग 10 एक नहीं देखे हैं और कभी मैंने अपने मोस्टली टीम इसकी वजह से
And it's Rohit who's going to continue from the SCA end.
And Rohit will be bowling to Shahzad. And nicely played by Shahzad for a single. Now, Asim, some interesting thing. I mean, definitely Rohit has got a good pace, but still we need to see swing in his bowling. Right now he is bowling with the arm. It's, like he's taking the ball away from the right-handed batter. But that's not the conventional outswinger that we call that he is doing. And this time closer to the bat and nicely played by Shahzad toward the deep extra cover position for a boundary. In fact, it was hit by Farooq. Nice shot. It was closer to him and he intentionally played above the fielder standing in the circle. Few bounces over the boundary line for an important 4. This is very important in T20 format game, that no matter even if you lose wickets, you need to have positive intents. You got to take advantage of the loose deliveries. Nicely played on the leg side this time for a single. Good cricket by Farooq.
This is good approach here, coming in from Farooq. He wants to keep himself busy. We have seen that he is aggressive in his approach towards his batting, as good as his approach in the fielding. So one thing that is really good about Farooq is that he can accelerate and he knows to keep himself busy. Nicely played. Shy the stumps, and that's going to be a comfortable single there.
Immediately changed in the field. Nadeem was a little slow in picking up that ball, and Jawad is clearly not happy. Immediately replaced him with Nasir, who is much quicker, much fitter. Good running between the wicket by both these players. They are fit and seems like have got better understanding between them. Good over coming up for 7 districts. Rohit is a premium fast bowler. He's definitely quick, but he is playing after a long time. And I think he has got a good match tonight because the wicket, this time, good delivery. Appeal for the caught behind. And it's given by the umpire. I think it hit the gloves of the batter. We got to see the action replay.
That was a beautiful delivery. Look at that. It was very close. Yes, definitely edge. And what a good catch here as well from Umar Arshad. Excellent catch. It was dipping right in front of him, and then he made sure that he did not overcommit or commit early. But that's the end. 44 for 4, and Shahzad is making his way back. Shahzad Ali. And that's definitely taken glove. Definite deviation coming through.
Definitely it hit the gloves. I think it hit the left glove of Shahzad. The only concern which Shahzad can have is whether the ball carried to the wicketkeeper, but I think the catch was taken cleanly over there. Nevertheless, 7 districts lost their 4th wicket on just 44 runs after 6. They are definitely in trouble.
New man in is Rais, and he was off strike as it was end of the over. And not surprising, Saqib is coming in to bowl his final over.
Yeah, definitely is. And I think it's a better deploy. Saqib has already taken 3 wickets out of 4. And moreover, with the kind of pace in which Saqib is bowling, it's better that he should finish his 4th overs, all 4 overs. Nicely played this time by Rais. Will get a single. Ali Abid is very quick in the field. One of the star of Bukhatir League 50 over tournament. On the leg side, nicely played, upish, but he found the gap. There is a fielder over there. He will cut off. They are running it for 3. Close. Appeal for the run out.
Well, that's excellent effort in the deep. Looks like it was Fayaz. Fayaz, the pilot. Well, it is close. Looks like he's made it, but we'll have to have a slow view of that. Looks like he has made it the first instance.
And I think Omar was not that, he turned it. I think he lost a stump. He lost a stump.
That's where the batsman sneaked in. That was enough. The 7th over here in the progress. Saqib will definitely be looking for that another wicket there.
Definitely.
Leading the race for the man of the match if TVS wins it.
Definitely. Otherwise, I'm sure Nadeem will come back to bowl these 3 overs and he will take 3-4 wickets.
That's a Nadeem fan speaking for you. Within that guideline. I have to see more of Rais. He was looking very promising in the couple of games in the Bukhatar League as well. I have to see how he approaches this run chase. Team is in a tough situation right now. 7th over in progress, 49, 4 wickets down. Have to build a partnership. No way, apart from getting a partnership in place.
Definitely, I think and this time opportunity provided, and he hits a big shot for a 6 over long on.
That's in the dugout. That's in his team's dugout. Just giving them that alarm, that warning. Wake up, guys. The game is still alive. And we can sleep later.
Definitely. They have plenty of time to sleep in the night. They need to finish the job for their team. Last ball of the 7th over and last ball of the Saqib spell is coming to an end with this. And this time he hits it over cover for a beautiful boundary.
What a shot. Look at that. That extra bounce coming in place, but that did not matter to Rais. Taking 2 steps down, and there she goes. 7 overs up. 7 districts, 59 for 4. Come here, right? Come here.
अच्छा ये दुबई क्या है?
आपको अरबी आती है, राइट?
हाँ, बहुत अच्छी तो नहीं आती लेकिन आती है। दुबई के शोरते ना वो इंग्लिश उनकी अच्छी रहती है और दुबई के शोरते अरबी ये उर्दू भी बोल लेते हैं ना हिंदी। इधर शारजा अजमान का जो है ना ये आपको शुरू में ही अरबी में रोक डालेंगे।
अरे आप शवारमा खा लीजिए वहाँ पे।
तो मैं भी बैठा हूँ। हाँ। ये कौन सा नसीब वाले करेगा?
ले जाइए और एक आपके भाई के लिए। जो उसने खाया है, पूछ लीजिए चाहिए तो ले लीजिए, नींद पड़ेगा। पहले ही खेला था उसने।
So Shahbaz introduced into the attack and starts with a single. And joining me in the comm box for one last time, it's going to be Nishant Majetia. Welcome back, Nishant.
Thank you so much, Asim. 60 for 4 in the 8th over. Run rate not a problem. Wickets is.
That short arm jab coming in towards wide off long on and a single being taken. So now it's just about, as far as TVS is concerned, they would just want to contain. They would just want to put the opposition under pressure of scoring at a brisk pace. That's where they'll sneak in the opportunity of picking up wickets. They've done the job, picked up early wickets, picked up wickets in the top order, off the top order. 4 down, and it's just about containing now.
Yes, the required rate has moved up to 8.61 runs per over, which means that they just have to probably push it to around the 10 runs per over mark and then let the required run rate do what it does, put pressure. Nicely pulled away and a good stop.
Now, these are the small moments in the game that will make the difference. Because if you let a partnership build here, that's inviting trouble in the long run. We are talking about a T20 format game. You let the momentum swing to the opposition's direction, you are inviting trouble. Scoring at 9, 10 and over will not be difficult if the 2 set batters are out there.
And so far in this game, we've seen that batsmen who have been set have been the most vulnerable.
Well, absolutely. And we've seen that in the first innings as well. Saghir Khan was one such example, looking dangerous, and that's what we see here. Just as we say, there goes the wicket. Man who was looking dangerous, plays one shot too many, was looking over-ambitious there in his approach. Stepping down against Shahbaz Ali, he pulls his pace off, and Jawad makes no mistakes.
Yes, he's not someone who will make mistakes with those. So that is the end of another wicket. As Farooq departs to 14 of 9, 63 for the loss of 5 wickets.
New man in, walking in is Kashif, half the side back in the pavilion. So the story continues for 7 districts. And quite a similar sort of a storyline what was seen in the Bukhatar League main edition. I would say the league stages. They're looking vulnerable. And a similar sort of approach coming in. Do we have a plate edition here in T20? No, we don't, unfortunately.
I think we're going to have one in T10, the S10 that is. Back of a length, punched away straight to the fielder at point. Dot ball.
A lot of similarities coming in with the approach of Nasir Faraz, the way he is, like this, the structure and you know, the kind of bowling action he has. Quite similar to Farazuddin as well, right? I mean, the looks, the kind of physical appearance, the way he carries himself in the field, pretty much quite similar.
Very similar and identical cricketers as well. Both off spinners, both very busy batsmen in the middle. And I think those two people did impress a lot in the Bukhatar League. 8 overs bowled, 63 for the loss of 5 wickets. Fayaz into the attack now. Cut away straight to the fielder. Dot ball to start with. Comes down the track, looks to go over the top. And good attempt, but goes in vain.
So Fayaz has been welcomed here with a 6. Stepping down, a one-handed shot, goes for 6.
His lovely strike there. That's what they will need to do, keep getting that odd boundary here and there. Backs away this time, and he hits it over cow corner for 6 more. What a start here to this spell from Fayaz.
Now, when you start attacking the best bowler in the side, I think you have got that confidence speaking, and Rais is making a mark. Look at that strike rate. He's batting at strike rate of 324 of 8 deliveries, and Rais is making a mark. Now got 2 sixes, the slow one, playing it down for a single. Smart move here. And look at the stage, at this very stage, 69 for 1 vision shipping, 76 for 1, 76 for 5. So that's the major difference here. Wickets column.
And add one more to that. What a delivery that was from Fayaz.
Well, and after clipping the wickets, you know what's looking more dangerous is how it hit the keeper on his face. This is why we always emphasize on the safety gears. Why not have a helmet? I mean, you have seen cricketers whose careers have ended because of such injuries. Mark Boucher, one of the examples. Career ended. And I really feel this is a very, very, very irresponsible approach. That's the end of Kashif. Not make his mark in the game. Out for a duck. 76 for 6.
हाँ मतलब बट सब्बा करीम का सोचो करियर शुरू हुआ उसके बाद ही तुरंत वेरी सॉरी ही प्लेड फॉर ओनली 1 or 2 years मैक्स
हुआ क्या था
वही बेल लगी थी हाँ कुंबले की बॉलिंग में
बट यू थिंक सब्बा करीम वुड प्ले
तब तो विकेट कीपर एरा एरा कोई भी आके खेल रहा था ना
हां भैया ये वो
सब्बा करीम वाज डिसेंट
And the new man in is the captain, Heather. .76 for 6 now at this stage. A ball to go in the 9th over. Fayaz, after getting tonked for 2 sixes by Rais, picking up his partner, sending him out of the contest. So another wicket down. More than half the side back in the pavilion. We're still not halfway mark in terms of the overs that have been bowled. And that was tossed up in the air. 9 overs up, 76 for 6, 7 districts.
फिल्मों के चक्कर में इतना खर्चा किया ना मैंने अभी लास्ट 9 दिन में
सर फायदा नहीं ना नेटफ्लिक्स लगा लेते ज़्यादा सेफ होता
नहीं मुझे शौक है थिएटर में देखने का और मैं घर में कंटेंट तो देख ही रहा हूँ मतलब दिन भर वही कर रहा हूँ मार्वल में घुसा ही पड़ा हूँ मुझे एक वेबसाइट मिली है यहाँ पे मिल रहा है पूरा एंटायर तो चल ही रहा है बट थिएटर जाके मूवी देखने का शौक अलग लेवल का है.
Here comes Shehbaz Ali. Slower delivery, nicely bowled, and did not overcome it onto the shot, Rais. Now, he's the only man standing between TVS and the victory, an early victory, I'd say.
Yes, quick correction there from Asim. Looks like he's made up his mind that 7 Districts is out of the game already.
Well, with the way they are approaching, no one is willing to stand out there.
And another one. He has dragged it back on. I have no clue how did that happen. It was a short ball, he went for the hook. That has to be one of the unluckiest ways to get out.
Definitely. I think I haven't seen any short ball that has crashed onto the stumps inside edge. Well, I think pretty unlucky. I think it's a fortune of the rest of the players that has shadowed on him. 7 down here for 7 Districts. Not sure who's going to be the 8th to set his mark on the 7 Districts team here. Well, they are in trouble. Deep, deep trouble.
कैसे लगा वो ऊपर लगा मेरा किस्मत ही खराब है ये मतलब चलो प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच तो साकिब महमूद क्या स्टार्ट किया लेकिन 3 लिए 4 लिए उस दिन 3 बैटिंग में स्टार्ट देगी क्या इधर भी स्टार्ट देगी दोनों जगह पे स्टार्ट देगी 7 डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाले बोलेंगे 50 ओवर में रुक रुक के खेलने का था 20 ओवर में लगा कि अभी अपना खुल के खेलेंगे देखने जाए तो अभी भी अप्रोच वही चाहिए 50 ओवर वाला जिस दिन वाजिद ने कुछ नहीं किया इन लोग कुछ नहीं करेंगे वाजिद के बाहर की बॉल ऐसे रीच करके मिड ऑन मारने जा रहे हैं लंबी बाउंड्री की तरफ अरे मिड ऑन है
And Shahbaz continues to dig it in.
Now, I think definitely captain or maybe Jawad, who's standing close to him, will definitely say Shabash, Shahbaz. I think I'm still not a fan of bowling short deliveries to a new batter. Go in with the old school method. Get in a pacey Yorker. And Shahbaz is one of those renowned tape ball cricketers here in UAE and who's known for bowling those deadly Yorkers. Now, if you go back and see the previous matches being played here in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, check out his wickets. Those been toe-crushing Yorkers that he bowls.
A different strategy in this game. I think, if I remember correctly, I mean, of course, I'm still trying to get used to all the players here at in the UAE. If I remember correctly, Shahbaz did something similar. Was it Shahbaz itself? That when he bowled full, he picked up wickets, but then he kept bowling short all through the spell? Was it Shahbaz or was it somebody else that I'm talking about?
I'm not sure if I was there in the comm box that day. But quite possible. He has the tendency of bowling one delivery that leaves a mark on the game, and then he doesn't bowl that quite often. And you usually have seen bowlers sticking to their trademark deliveries quite often, making the batsmen so used to things that they are already ready for the best one coming through. And on the contrary, Shahbaz actually comes in with a different approach, keeps bowling the other length, keeps bowling the other, and suddenly one comes in. That's where you are taken aback. Ball to go in the 10th here. Again, wide outside the off stump. So the intent of picking a wicket was not seen there from Shahbaz. Luckily got one. But at the halfway mark, 10 overs gone. 7 Districts are 78 for 7.
8 ओवर में 86 खाए थे उसने शहबाज ने किस मैच में फ्यूचर मैटर्स 4 फिल्में देखी हैं मैंने। शोएब आ रहा है 25 को ना? सर 2 घंटे का लिमो टूर चाहिए क्या 80 दिन में? 2 घंटे का लिमोजीन हाँ ओनली 80 दिन इतनी चीप ये लिंक दे देंगे 80 dirhams for dirt cheap.
Well, that was tossed up in the air nicely by Fayaz. Now, I have to wait and see what is the approach going to be here from Haider and Hafiz. Leading edge, and that's going to be the silliest way that the batsman can get out. Talk more about that, Nishant.
I'm just trying to gather my words. Well, that was loopy on the pads. Shabazz, what was he, beg your pardon, Haider, what was he trying to do there? Getting a leading edge, and Jawad Ghani taking the catch.
Well, when he goes back and looks at his wicket, how he played that shot, definitely he is hitting the nets next day. 8 down for 7 districts. And they are almost fighting to pull this game as deep as possible. Well, good delivery there. It's a Haider Ali, the new man in coming in number 10. So Haider Ali has been that floating asset for Team 7 districts. Sometimes he comes in at 3, sometimes at 4, sometimes at 9, sometimes at 10. Plays an upper shot and gets a boundary. A good looking shot towards Cow's corner. In fact, towards mid-wicket. And gets a boundary finally.
Yes, another boundary coming through there. They've just managed to keep the boundaries going. If you look at it, they're ahead of Vision Shipping in terms of runs. But they're way ahead of Vision Shipping in terms of wickets as well.
Well, they're over-competing. Beating them by a fair margin in terms of the wickets. Again, played it upish in the air. Fielder coming underneath it, takes it. Rohit makes no mistake. Number 9 falling, and they're falling like 9 pins.
Yes, going for the slog across the line, not timing it. And straight to the fielder there. Well judged catch to dismiss Haider. Is there a dinner invitation for 7 districts somewhere? Well, they seem to be in a bit of a hurry here. So he departs for 4 of 3.
करके शायद मैन ऑफ द मैच लड़ाई बिटवीन शायद और साकिब हो गई
साकिब ने ऊपर के बंदे आउट किए सर
क्रिक हीरो को पता चलता है ऊपर नीचे वाले
क्रिक हीरो को नहीं पता चलता क्रिक हीरो स्मार्ट है उसमें इतना भी स्मार्ट नहीं है लेकिन मुझे तो उसका गलत ही लगता है जब भी वो करता है प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच नहीं लेकिन क्रिक हीरो का वो जो है ना नहीं मैं सिचुएशन के बेस पे मैं प्रेफर करता हूँ लेने के लिए मैं भी आई वुड नॉट गिव अ पर्सन हु स्कोर्ड 80
Saqib, Fiaz, rather. 7 districts. 82 for the loss of 9 after 11. Fiaz, one of the pick of the bowler, took 3 wickets and just gave away 17 runs in his 2 overs. Well, Nishant, if TVSL wins this game, it will be very interesting who will be man of the match between Fayaz and Saqib.
Well, I think there's no doubt about it. It should be Saqib, hands down. Because he gave the start with the bat and then picked up the top 3 wickets.
Well, that is good to see that they are giving good match practice to Rohit. He's playing after a break and they are allowing their premium fast bowler to bend his back and get some confidence.
Brilliant delivery there, angled across. Bowling back of a length. So Hafiz and Shahid. Last pair in the middle.
Hafiz was clearly late on that particular delivery from Rohit. He has given 15 runs in his 2.1 overs and taken a wicket. This time slow in the air. Defensively played by Hafiz toward the offside for another single. Well, Nishant, TVSL has started their campaign in this tournament very aggressively and very confidently. First they had a good all-round performance with the bat and now they came very strong with the bowling as well, led by their skipper Saqib. Good delivery, angling away from the right-hander batter. Seven districts is a very good side, but this is, like very strange that every time they come face to face against TVSL, they kind of losing their confidence. For certain moment of the game, they will have good grip, then they loses it out.
Oh, feeling for it outside the off jump. Play and a miss, that is a dot ball. Full delivery, nicely driven, but straight to the fielder. Another dot ball.
Required on 49 balls. That is very much possible considering the T20 format. Only problem, they have 1 wicket in hand. And that's a big problem.
Banged in shot this time. Shahid ducks underneath it. Can't do much about it. Very well bowled there. End of the over. 12 bowled. 83 for 9.
Well, Nasser is on strike. Very interesting call, Nishant. Fiaz, who has taken 3 wickets in his 2 overs, has been removed.
I'm just trying to give everybody a little bit of warm up, it seems. Nasir Faraz is the man now. And straight down the ground. Mighty hit. That's gone the distance. 6 runs.
Well, it's gone out of Sharjah Stadium over here. Look at that. Straight as an arrow and over the roof for a big 6. You will get only 6 runs though. But what a powerful shot from Hafiz Almas. He was good with the ball earlier on today. And this time he hammered that out of the stadium. Umpire has to collect the new ball. And Nasser immediately got a test of his own recipe. He himself is good to hit those 6s.
And he has again looked to hit it uppishly. This could be a catch. They will definitely wait for it. But my first instinct says it's probably clean. And this could be the game.
Well, let's see. He takes it, throws it up cleanly, jumps in, and has taken. So, well, we got to see the signal from umpire, but it looks very much a formality to me. Yes. So that's it. 7 Districts is bundled out on 89 runs in 12.3 overs. And the loss against TVSL once again with 80 runs. And TVSL, what a brilliant start in this tournament from their side. They have won the game by 80 runs against 7 Districts. Some brilliant performances coming up from TVSL with the bat and with the ball. Except that little partnership between Saghir. In fact, that a little cameo coming up from Saghir. And then later on by Rais. Apart from that, none of the batsmen could score enough. Look at that, the scorecard. Wajid got out cheaply, scored only 2 runs. Saghir Khan scored 15, Lahiru 12, Farooq 14, Shahzad scored 3. Rais was playing well before he got departed by Shahbaz. He scored 25. Kashif could score nothing. Haider as well. Hafiz scored 9 and Haider scored 4. Shahid remains not out after facing 5. So they have been bundled out on 89 in 12.3 overs. Only 5 were the extras given by TVSL bowlers.
Yes, the bowlers, of course, the 2 pick-up bowlers, Saqib 3 for 37, Fayaz 3 for 17, 2 wickets for Shahbaz, a wicket apiece for Rohit, and Nasir Nadeem, the only bowler who didn't get a wicket there. That's the story of the game. Invited to bat, the Vision Shipping got 169 for 7 in the 20 overs. With the teamwork as far as the batting was concerned, Salman 36, Fayaz and Saqib 22 apiece. And of course, in reply, Hafiz, in reply, 7 Districts got bowled out for 89 with Rais top scoring 25 of 11. Fayaz and Saqib picking up 3 wickets apiece. Shahbaz picking up 2. Vision Shipping winning by 80 runs. So that is all that we have for today. Of course, the match coming up tomorrow is between Interglobe Marine and 11 Ace. It will start at the same time as tonight. And of course, we'll be back with all the action from that game. For now, we'll dive into a short break. When we come back, we'll have Asim with the post-match presentation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation of the SkyExchange.net CBFS T20 League Season 2, powered by FanCode. Now, before we begin, I would like to thank all the sponsors and all the administrative staff who are involved behind the scenes in support of hosting the level of this tournament. Starting with our title sponsor, SkyExchange.net, our streaming partner, FanCode, event partner, TCM, toss partner Arba Sports Services, associate sponsor rsook.com, support sponsor Toyom Sports Limited, and merchandise partner 7 Districts. Now, this was the first game of the tournament played between Vision Shipping and 7 Districts. After being inviting to bat first, they put on a show in terms of the batting and nothing less than an extraordinary performance in the bowling department, winning the game, Vision Shipping by 80 runs. And I would like to commence the post-match, ceremony by Mr. Tehseen Javed, our match referee, who will be presenting the Man of the Match award, our Sook Player Man of the Match award, the captain of team Vision Shipping. It's Saqib Mahmood. He's picked up 3 wickets and scored 22 important runs in the top order. He receives a gift hamper from rsook.com, and he will also be receiving a 20% discount voucher on all the products purchased from rsook.com. Saqib, first of all, congratulations! Excellent performance. Tell me about the entire performance, the show that you put in on. Wicket wasn't looking easy, but what was your plan?
Assalamu alaikum. Shukr alhamdulillah. This is my first performance after 6 months. So I have to be thankful for my team who believe me all the times. And regarding for the pitch, this is a very tricky pitch. This is what I told on the beginning, that it's very tricky pitch. So you cannot go with the fast bowling. If you have a little swings, you have to play. Today you saw that I did for the in-swinging bowling instead of the naturally I'm doing that out-swing. So that in-swing is make me very help. So that's all.
Well, and Saqib, tell me something about this track being very tricky. We knew that from the beginning how it reacted in the Bukhatar League as well. Were you confident when you put 170 runs on the board that we are above par?
Actually, we planned it for 130. So in the beginning, that I got couple of runs, so it's make a boost us. So then we are thinking to make it 150. So the 150 is plus, that is a bonus for us. So after that, you saw how we perform.
Well, on a typical Sharjah track, we've seen that teams winning the toss, electing to bowl first, trying to chase it down. It's a flat track, easy to bat on as the day progresses. But on this very track, it's very different. Do you think bowling first will be a wise option, or do you think defending runs will be a wise option?
Bowling first, it is a wide option, because these days is huge dew is there, so you cannot grip the ball very well. And after 6 hours, the ball is almost out of you. It cannot be gripped by the spinners. So fast bowler cannot continue with those things. It gets slip it up. You can see that most of our fast bowlers, they are trying to slow bowls, not doing the fast bowling. So that's make us help. Even that Mr. Jawad, who's leading in the field to us, he told us, make it on the line, just slow it, because they are trying to hit it. So that's make us good decision on that time. So they try to hit every balls instead of making a partnerships. So that's they make mistakes. So that mistake we go with.
Well, you guys are positioned in the group of death, I would say. The group looks really, really competitive. Very, very strong teams out there. This start, this massive boost in the net run rate, how do you think is going to help you guys?
Cricket is a by chance games. You cannot say that this is the good teams will win always. You saw that in last Bukhatar we performed very well, and all the big teams, they get out before that semi-finals, and the finals between those who cannot imagine that this become of them. So cricket is a by chance game. If unless you have to be do the right decisions, you be on the field. On the field you need to be a quick decision. If you cannot, you will lose it immediately.
Well, you guys are showing up excellent brand of cricket in this, in the last eight odd months. TVS version 2.0 is cracking it out in the entire UAE region. I hope you guys keep continuing performing the same way. All the very best.
Thank you very much.
So that's it from the post-match ceremony. We will be back again live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium tomorrow again for another exciting battle. Until then, good night and sleep well.